Yo, hey guys and gals, what's going on? It's G-Meister here, and welcome back to Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. It's been a bit since we last streamed this game, about almost 2 weeks-ish, so maybe a recap is kind of in order, though if I recap the game, and the game's probably going to recap itself, maybe, probably. Because we are jumping into case 3, a brand new case, clean slate, kind of. So we're gonna meet some new quirky characters, I'm sure. A lot more investigation, maybe some mini games, court, and all that jazz. You know, maybe we'll find out more about why Phoenix has been disbarred and all that fun stuff. So let us continue. Turnabout Serenade Day 1 investigation. Let's rock! I assume. Yep, I assumed right. We love you! Rock on, everyone. The party's not over yet. Get your handkerchiefs for our special guest. That's right, baby. The night's just getting started. We're at a concert. Thank you for coming to the Gavineers Guilty as Charged tour. This ends the first part of tonight's show. There will now be a 20-minute intermission. Alright, you heard that, chat. 20 minutes. Alright, stream starting soon. Go back up. Alright, July 7th, 8:05, backstage hallway. This is so cool. Us at a Gavineers concert. By the way, let me know if the audio of the game is overwhelming me, or if I'm overwhelming the game audio. I'll adjust either one. Huh? Huh? Did you say something? My ears are still ringing. The Gavineers put the thick back in music. Oh, I thought Mr. Gavin was really nice. Sending us those tickets at 20% off. They're hard to get a hold of, you know. When you invite people to a concert, it's usually free. Let's head to the dressing room, Apollo. You know, like we're a couple of VIPs. I've always dreamed of being a VIP at a Gavineers show. Trucy, you didn't know who Prosecutor Gavin was before that case. What kind of fan doesn't know the lead vocalist's name? Oh, this guy. Well, he was more like a prince, really. He let us in. Clavier. What a lovely name. He's so dreamy. Hey, but I'm a girl. I'm supposed to swoon over gods of rock. God awful, maybe. That's pretty funny. I bought all their stuff on their way home from the trial. Was Clavier, like, selling fucking merch in, like, the court lobby? He's like, yeah, before you go, everybody, make sure to buy the new album, yeah? T-shirts and everything. That would be fucking, that'd be pretty fucking sweet. I got 12 Gavineers albums and 15 concert videos. That was quite a bit of impulse shopping. Adam is here! Welcome in, Adam. I get advanced my next 15 years worth of allowance! What? For Mr. Wright, that sounds like a real act of generosity. For Mr. Wright, that sounds like fucking debt. Who would have imagined me here? At a Gavineers concert, watching Prosecutor Gavin rock. While G-Meister, aka Gavin, is fucking streaming the whole thing, you know? It's crazy. To be honest. It was kind of cool. I mean, and I'm kind of envious, you know? Not that I'd ever admit that to Trucy. Fuck that guy, you know? But, you know, he's also kind of cool, you know? Holy fuck, what is going on in this room? How you doing tonight, Adam? G sleep? That's how you're feeling right now? I know you were just texting me about sleeping, so. Ah, you've made it! Mr. Gavin, thank you so much for the tickets! And the invoice you sent along with them. You were incredible up on stage, Mr. Gavin! Very tired. Makes sense to me, Adam. Nothing like music to brighten the mood after a trial, yeah? And we're almost ready for our next act. I'm looking forward to it myself. Lemire singing, right? The siren of the ballad? Oh yeah. The flyer said she flew all the way over here for this show. That's right. I happened to catch her show while overseas. Her voice is divine. I knew I had to invite her to perform with us. He's a surfer boy! He's a rock boy! He's a rocker! Come on, man. Lumiere says, you praise me too highly, I assume. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! How was that the voice I was expecting? You dog. Alright. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Who's this guy? He's huge! Like, holy fuck! Damn, bro! Look how much of the screen you're taking up! Hi, allow me to introduce Mr. Roman Latus. Latus? Lemier's manager, and her interpreter, incidentally. It is a great honor for us to be here. And a great honor for Lemire to be heard in this country. Yes, ha 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 ha. I am making this voice for me. What? Is that a goat? That's a beetle? That's a pair of scissors? That's a guy on his fucking knees? Huh? That voice. I wish I could understand it. It's beautiful. I don't know what that is. Chat, what is this? Chat, what is this? Whoa! I'm just assume I'm doing a very beautiful voice for her right now. God, what a performance I just did. Woo! Is Lemmy... okay. Lemmy Oreo? Okay, hang on. Lemmy Rory? I'm actually meeting Lemmy Rory. I assume that's how you pronounce it? I have no idea. Don't kill me. Lemmy Rory, mysterious songstress. A quiet, deep song glides through the air, you know. Lighting above a sparse, but the elegant piano accompaniment. Now this is music. She's a real artist, unlike some fucking hacks I know. I'm standing right over here, half forehead. Let me hear it. We have long looked forward to this joint performance. Ah, let me hear your voice. I want to do something, but I have no idea, and two, have the energy. Alright, get the energy. Look at his face. Look at Clavier's face. If he has energy, so do you. Or you can look at Apollo's face and say, no, I don't have energy anymore, because Apollo Justice is not doing fine. Apollo Justice just wants a hug. So, you know, there you go. It is art! Well, you have such a way with words. Yet, without his piano to guide him, it is but a voice. Huh? What? What's going on? I've seen this kid somewhere before. Have I? I've never seen this child in my life. He plays piano at all of Lemiere's concerts. He's cute, and he's a really good pianist. Good pianists are a dying breed, I hear. Phoenix just like, achoo! Oh man, oh man, who the fuck keeps mentioning our name? Allow me to introduce Machi Toby. He's blind. Okay. This is why he never strays far from Lumiere. They are always together. We shall go together. They're like characters from some fairy tale. Lumiere, so, what's that word? Exotic! And mysterious. She does seem quite pretty. At least, her eyes do. Hers is a kind of sightseeing musique. Huh? She travels the globe, putting the sights she sees into song. Even though her appearance and the voice are exotic, her songs remind us of something close and warm. Sights into song? That's so poetic. She was always gracious enough to put music to my lyrics tonight. The guitar serenade. I hope you enjoy it. I can't wait. And now, it is time. For the next part, we're giving the Gavineers hard rock and little rest. Lemire, the stage is yours. Ah, you have such a way with words! The band members would not play during Lemionaire's ballad. Lemire only matches tender tones, and Lemionaire's do like dukelet voice? Fuck. Every time with this game, I tell ya, it always gets me. And my guitar, of course! You see, I can say that one, chat. I love saying that one, that's a good one. Woohoo! Nights like this making it all worthwhile, you know? I should have learned to play the guitar. Instead, I'm a lawyer, working at a fucking magician's, like, fucking, like house or whatever, agency. This is... No, Apollo, you made your career choice. There's not much romance in the chords of steel, you know? Shall we hit the stage, then? Good luck, Mr. Gavin! Take care of your hearts aren't stolen away, yeah? Let's go back to the concert hall, Polly. Sugar, spice, and everything nice. Oh, that night in your embrace. Clavier, are you okay over there? When you stole away the keys, Kingdom Hearts, my heart held on to so tight. Pleasure, but a fleeting melody of memory. It wraps itself around me. Now through the air I fly. Whoa. Burning on in my heart, fire. Burn my love away, all away. Ah! Oh, they're on fire! Ah! Holy shit! Like a bullet of love fire! Holy shit! Take my life away, all away! Guitar? Huh? Up together to the sky, all of us together. Clavier! He's like, guitar! Stop it! Someone get some water! Oh my god, the guitar went on fire! I don't think that was part of the show. I'm gonna keep a hundo with you. Wow, wasn't Lumiere amazing? I even cried a little. I'm surprised Prosecutor Gavin actually burned his guitar. No, it was not part of the show. My fucking guitar's on fire, head forehead. Yeah, that even surprised me, and I'm a magician. What a production! No one was safe, so people could have died. What a destruction. What he said? I don't think Prosecutor Gavin was expecting it either, oddly. He looked as surprised as I was. Is that what they call risking life and limb for art? I think he's my new hero. I'm not sure I'd call that art. But what are we doing here? Let's get going to Mr. Gavin's dressing room. There's 20 minutes till the last part of the show. How many breaks does this band need? How many fucking intermissions does one person need? Jeez, it's just a show, guys. What the heck was that? I was never consulted about it. I could have fucking died up there. Oh, sorry, Mr. Gavin, sir. I've asked the man in charge. I play new rock, not great balls of fire. Speaking of fire, I have a good mind to fire whoever's responsible. He seems upset. Apollo Justice, were you the one who tried to torture me? Were you attempting my murder? No, I don't have the budget to do attempted murder. Ah, I see, never mind, I believe it. Hey, I didn't do it. So much for risking your life for art. The guitar serenade is ruined! I mean, to be fair, I bet everyone in the audience was having a good time. Like, Truthy was crying, and people were like, what? The guitar's on fire? I mean, you know, it's pretty cool, you know. Now, wait a minute. How is this going to turn into a murder case? Because that's always what happens. Well, let's try to talk to him at least. I'm not sure that's the best move right now. I'm going to fucking kill you. Alright, before we talk, Mr. Clavier. Headfoot. Yeah? Understand that I am not Prosecutor Gavin right now. I am lead vocals of the Gavineers. That badge sings a different song on a different stage. Right. I wish I had an alter ego to hide behind sometimes. Anyways, back to being fucking pissed off. You mean the guitar? That wasn't part of the act? Part of the act? I almost fucking died! Who'd burn up a guitar on purpose? But it worked really well with the lyrics just then. Burning on my heart, fire, burn my love away, all away. Wait, you don't think the audience thought it was... Sounds like he got lucky. They probably thought it was part of the act. At least I did. Never mind, I'm the fucking best. Best fucking performer around. Ah, that's so fun. He's got lucky, and he didn't even realize it. Anyway, the guitar was the fire fairy of guitars. All the speed, all the sound, and all the price. If I burned one of those at every show, I'd go broke. Unusually frugal for a rock band. Try saying that to Mr. Gavin. Ah, tongue! Today's been one disaster after another. My hog won't run, my guitar case broken. Daddy told me there'd be days like these. Well, wasn't Lemaire's song incredible? You worked on it too, right, Mr. Gavin? Ah, yes, thanks. It was a collaboration. It was what the kids called a collab. I wrote the lyrics and she wrote the melody. You know, I was surprised she could sing in English. I'm sure she practiced a long time for this day. Ah, here. What's this? A lyric sheet. It's yours. Signed by myself and Lumiere. Yippee! Thank you so much! All I ever get to sign are client defense agreements, and I've only signed like fucking one of those. Maybe two. Ah, almost time for the third act of the night. Oh, there's more? Yes, Lumiere's part is done. Now it's time for us to drop our groove again, yeah? Hope you're ready to catch it. Woohoo! Ready, Apollo? I think I'll pass. Eh? I like the bit with Lumiere, but the rest could use a volume knob turned way down, like all the way down. Like, we don't need to hear any of that, you know what I'm saying? Apollo, you're getting old. Yuck! Does 22 qualify as old to a 15-year-old? God, you're telling me, Apollo. I just fucking turned 20. Am I old? Am I old now? I had this existential crisis the other day. Like, am I withering away as I speak? I don't know. Well, I'm going. Let the old folk rest backstage, huh? Let's rock! Hey, you're older than I am! Can we examine anything? A police uniform, next to it a policeman's hat and a pair of handcuffs. Guess the band really is into the police. Must be Prosecutor Gavin's bad influence. I thought rock and roll was all about being rebellious. That's actually fair. A delicious bowl of stew. Made of plastic. The bottom of the bowl has a G on it. G-Meister? They sell these at concerts? Whatever happened to t-shirts? There's an odd guitar. The design is that the character I saw in the hallway, but with sunglasses. What a strange mascot. Looks like he's crying. This one with rock about crying. They should name this guy Emo. Okay, Apollo. That police officer looks ready to rock. Some kids must see this and actually want to be cops. Somehow I don't think a rocking defense attorney would work too well. I don't know, Apollo. I don't know. There's a graffiti on the mirror and lipstick. Wait, but the Cavaliers are old guys. Don't judge, Apollo. Cavaliers are allowed to wear fucking lipstick if he wants to. He's rocking, baby. Yeah, exactly, you know? Maybe Prosecutor Gavin wears lipstick? Chains dangle from the ceiling. They aren't glamorous, but I bet Detective Sky'd have something to say about them. Well, I'm gonna get the fuck out of this room. I don't think I've seen... I think I've seen all I need to see, to be honest. Oh, speak of the devil. Hey, it's you, that Wright kid. Phoenix Wright Jr. Are you gonna cry? Detective Sky. I'll let that Wright kid business pass. Call me Emma. There's no need for titles once you've shared a bottle of fingerprints powder. Yeah, it's like, you know, once you do that, you know, you're like real homies for life, you know? That's fun. That's the new one. So, Emma, what are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? I'm snacking. You think I want to be here? Me, in charge of security in this pit? Security? Did something happen? There's no knowing with that glimmerous flop. Apparently he's all upset because something was stolen. He wanted security back here during the concert. Where does he get off acting like he's being some big rock star? He is a big rock star, Emma. Like, I degrade the guy a lot for a lot of different things, but, like, he is objectively a rock star. Hey, you listening to me? So where does this door here lead to? This one? That's Lemier's dressing room. Don't even think about going in there unless you want a piece of a snackaroo in your face. Is she ever in a good mood, I wonder? Well, important thing first. I'm not in present. Emma, could you take a look at this? What do you think? That must be a bottomless bag of snacks. Emma? I've never seen someone eat snacks with such behemoth. Better give her a wide... Katonk? What'd she do? She snackarooed me! She just fucking yeeted that snack at me! Let me guess. Oh my gosh, not you, not this gimmick again. Oh my gosh. Alright, quick, get out of the way. I see that on the floor. What's this, some kind of headset earpiece? Why would someone leave this in the hallway? Maybe Lemier's bodyguard dropped it? Emma! Will you stop eating those snacks for 1 second and listen? Listen to me! How loud and obnoxious do I have to be? Ha! If you think you're going to pull me away from my snacks just to hear you mumbling on and on about whatever, you're going to be sorely disappointed. At least I got her to stop munching. Did it work? Emma, are you good? Can we talk now? No! She fucking snackarooed me again. Motherfucker. Come to think of it, I am a little thirsty. Refreshing. I'll have some tea. I think I'll get a water. Apollo!
Water!
You're just like me, for real, for real. I'll have tea. If you want tea so bad, go buy it yourself. Katonk. She snackarooed me. I'll take a tea. Welcome. Hello, Basic. Welcome to chat. How you doing? Gavineer is guilty as charged to our poster. They plastered it all over the place. It's annoying. Well, this is the concert venue. It makes sense. I already gave you rules. What else do you want from me? Why? Everyone here is already here. Why advertise to them? So they can go to the next one, Emma? Or maybe so they can buy a poster themselves, you know? People like to see the poster at the concert. It's part of the experience. It's like, I don't know. Do you have to find fault with everything I say? Why are you being so fucking nitpicky, Apollo? I don't know. Katonk. She snackarooed me. That's her gimmick in this fucking episode, I see. Boop! She snackarooed me. That's a pretty sturdy looking box there. Maybe it's an instrument case? There's a guitar next to it. Don't even think about taking that. I don't think I could even carry it. Katonk. No thank you. She's, basically, whenever you ask me something like that, just pretend Emma snackarooing you. Alright, Basic? There you go. Boom. Snackaroo. And then you can say, she snackarooed me. There you go. What's that odd-looking doll doing there? Oh, Dr. Bloom, Badger. He smacked me. Can you try either talking or munching, but not both? Katonk. She hit me with a snack. She snackarooed me. Served me. Right. For good on this much time. Sorry, I don't speak snackaroos. Snackoos? Oh, have I been saying snackaroo the entire time? Oh, is snack-oos? But snackaroos is so much more fun. Okay, which one sounds more fun for you, chat? Snackaroo or snack-oos? Alright, snack-oos or snack-o's? I don't care. I want to call them snackaroo. That's way more fun for me. I see. You're binging a YouTube series of some kind. Well, Emma Sky, I got nothing. Can I go now? Nope. How about, you want to see these lyrics, Emma? How about that? Emma, could you take a look at this? Ah, damn you. Quite entertaining. That's good. I'm glad someone's getting fucking entertainment here. My name is Apollo Justice, and I'm not getting fucking entertained. So this is Lemierre's dressing room. If you even think about going in there, I'll... What? What was that? Was that a gunshot? What? Huh? Something's going on. Oh, not this series. No, not this, the series. You, out of my way. Emma! Now it got good. Lemierre! Lemierre! It's not locked. I'm going in. Oh my god, that's where the gunshots were from. What's that? What's that awful noise? Oh, it's a concert. Holy fuck! Wrestling year's manager, Mr. What's-his-name. Latos! Oh no! Hey, you! Me? Watch this room for me. I have to call for backup. Right, understood. You want me to make sure no one comes in, right? And don't touch anything. I'll be right back. Well, I better touch a lot of shit. I gotta get some evidence, you know. I bet I'm gonna be defending somebody here. Alright, later, Basic. Thank you for tuning in. What's going on? I just talked to a man now. He's alive. Mr. Latos, can you hear me?
Shot. I was shot.
Who shot you?
I don't know. Ask
what?
Ask witness.
Witness? There was a witness. Who?
Cold. So cold. Witness.
You're cold? Don't worry. You're gonna be fine. Help is on the way.
Can't see.
Hang in there, Mr. Latos. Tell me, who was the witness?
The witness is siren.
Siren? How can a siren witness anything? Mr. Latos! Yikes, Emma! What was that? Who's there? What's wrong? Emma, did you see anyone just now? Huh? No? I could have sworn I heard a door close. The concert's been canceled. Backup's on the way. It's Mr. Latos. He's dead, isn't he? That's terrible. I lost him. Roman Latos shot. And I heard his last words. The witness is the siren. Whatever that means. The venue's locked down. We took names and addresses before letting the crowd go. Good to work, Darren. I'll let you know if I find anything out about the victim. Later. I don't know if that guy's German too, but you know. It's investigation time then. Fraudulent detective? I don't need some rock and roll prosecutor to tell me that. One request I must make. Tell no one, on staff or otherwise, anything of this. Oh, a gag order. No word gets out, other than that Mr. Latos is dead. No words of the cause of death or of the murder. Tell no one. Not even Lemire. Not even her. You must keep everything under wraps. Oh, and one other thing. I'll need your signature on this head forehead. Yours too, Fraudlin. Oh, that, an investigation request? Why just us? You two are civilians. It's standard procedure. That should be okay to sign, I think. Alright, well, get started with the investigation. I'm on it already. Ah, one tip for you. Huh? Me? Try not to get in the fraudulent detective's way. She's in a foul mood today. Gee, I wonder why. We were all questioned as witnesses. And now none of us can go home. We'll investigate, alright. Our way! Somehow, I don't see us getting back to that crime scene anytime soon. I still can't believe I was there when it happened. Not an experience I care to repeat anytime soon. I don't know, Apollo. Give it a few more games, you know. You'll probably be seeing this shit a lot. Probably. This is no time for navel gazing. Let's crack this case. Don't worry about Trucy. She seems to have a very loose idea of what it means to be an attorney. Of course, that's not surprising considering who her father is. Something the matter? No. Let's get cracking. Let the Kraken have a crack. I'm the only one here who was there. The only one who heard Mr. Lato's last words.
The witness is siren.
First order of business is to find out what he meant by siren.
Bum, 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 dum.
No, it's you. I figured you'd come. You have to let us investigate the scene, please! You're attorneys, no? Shouldn't you wait until you have a client? Latos did tell me to ask the witness, the siren. With his dying breath, no less. Doesn't that count? Glare at me all you want. You'll get no snacks from me. Please! Think of poor Lemire! Oh well, I suppose. You did find the body with me. Great, let's get to it! Right! Just try not to touch anything. She's letting us look, and she's not munching her snacks. This bodes well. There are clues here. I can feel it! Leave no hanger unhung, no spot unspotted! Alright, let's get the talking out of the way. Mr. Roman Latouche, was it? He was Lemire's manager and interpreter, apparently. This was his first time in the country. So I'm guessing he didn't know many people here. It doesn't seem likely. Nor can I think of anyone who with a motive to murder him. Except for one person, of course. One person? Who? Lemire. No one here might have had a motive, but she's from... What are you talking about? Hey, it was Emma's idea! I said nothing. Always with the snacks. He's a big man, or was. I don't think even I would win a fight with him. Which is why whoever it was used a revolver, I'm guessing. We sent a request to the Borgin Embassy. The Borginine? Borginine? Borginine Embassy. I'm dumb, okay. Something like... I'm not sure I'm pronouncing this correctly, but that's embassy. Borginine Embassy for more info on him. Well, you and I know more about the crime than anyone. You do? You do? That's true. It was us who found the body. What? I guess that's what I missed for watching the concert. Hey, I wish I was watching the concert. Anything would be better than this. Well, we know the crime took place during the concert. And when we heard the shot and entered the room, the killer was already gone. What? But that doesn't make sense. They used the vent. I heard a crash earlier. And there's a ladder right there going up to the vent. You came in when you heard the shot and no one was here? How did they leave the room? That window's a little too small, isn't it? The mystery of the disappearing killer. I already got it though. Ladder, vent. Gunshots, ladder, vent. Speaking of ladder. Another ladder. Actually, it's technically a step ladder. Well, hello, Miss Fancy Pants. Please forgive my lack of ladder discrimination. Huh? I'm less worried about the step ladder, more worried about why it's there. Why is the ladder there? Okay, yep, we got it. Well, to climb, right? To reach something on the ceiling? I still say it's a step ladder. What's wrong, Apollo? Your mouth is catching flies. Nothing. It's nothing. Maybe that's how the killer escaped. That's what you're about thinking, right? That's exactly what I was thinking. Eh? When we arrived on the scene, the killer had already fled. He or she must have had a way out. And the air vent is one possibility. But it's much too small. Not if the killer were about your size, Truthy. I didn't do it! Eh? I was cutting up the dance floor at the time, thank you. I know, of course I don't think you did it. It's hard to tell with you sometimes, Apollo. Hey, what have I done? Apollo! Look at that thing, it's huge! That's a TV! Yeah, a wide flat screen TV. I want one of those. You'll be wanting for a long time on your salary, Junior. Oh, that's fucked. No, that's fucked up. That's uncalled for. Wait till you're as famous as Mr. Wright was. Then dream. Oh, Mr. Wright, I miss you. I don't think Daddy was ever rich, even when he was in law. That's true. Phoenix was poor as fuck. Great. Just stopping my dreams, why don't you? How about we look at the goddamn bullet holes? Are these bullet holes? Looks like it. There are 2 holes in the wall. From the looks of it, the victim was shot once in the shoulder. The first shot must have missed. But here are 2 holes. Wouldn't that mean 2 misses? The murder weapon is a .45 caliber revolver. It's very powerful. I believe what we're seeing here is the mark left by the second bullet after it passed through his shoulder. Ouch. Sounds painful. No kidding. I wonder about this murder weapon. Bum 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 bum. Ba-da-na-na, ba-da-da-da-na. Bun dun 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 dun. Bun dun 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 dun. Alright, time to check the corpse. That's a body, isn't it? Sure is. The victim, no less. Let's take a closer look. Eek! Go ahead, Apollo. You first. Me? No, you should go first. Truthy, really? Will you two stop bickering and get over here? She's munching on snackoos again? Hope she's not too annoyed. Okay, yeah, it is snackoos. But why my heart wants to say snackaroo, you know? Whatever. Oh, I got a fucking big ass bullet hole. No clues here. Were they trying to write something in blood? Eek, is that blood? Why don't you examine this one, Apollo? You know more about, red stuff than I do. Yep. Says who? Something is strange about this blood, though. Is that what it looks like? Fucking writing? Is that blood? What? I just read this. I want to examine his thumb specifically. Come on, video game! Apollo, look at his hand. He's holding something. Hey, no touching! You can throw all the snacks at me you'd like, Emma, but sooner or later, you're gonna run out of them. You raise a good point. I'm a bit intrigued by this scene. Let's take a look. See there. He's holding something. What's this? A key ring. Must have belonged to the killer. Certainly a possibility. What an unusual key ring. And what unusual keys. This could be a vital clue. Well... Am I getting any other piece of evidence out of this? No clues here. I don't think so. Look, there's a little window over here. Maybe the killer escaped through that. It's barely big enough for me to get my head through. Not to mention it only opens a crack. What? I was just saying it's possible. Right, no harm in that. Except I'm pretty sure it isn't possible. You could peek into the room through it. Through it, though, you know. This is one of those, things, right? At the barber's. A permanent dryer? Want me to curl those bangs of yours? Oh, that'd be cool. No thanks. Come on, Apollo. That sounds fun. At a crime scene, though? Sounds fun. Come on. Better not mess with his hair, Emma. It's part of his identity, you know? That's cute. What an amazing bouquet. I mean, it's giant. Not sure I approve. It'd be better if this flower was a bit more... Oh. Eek! The flowers fell off! What happened to preserving the crime scene, Emma? It's fine, it's fine. I'll just put it back, see? How scientific. So much to look at. Seeing the mirrors lined up like that really makes me think I'm really in a dressing room. You are in a dressing room. This must be makeup. I've never heard of most of these brands. Maybe they're Borginian? I have no idea how to say that. I hope I'm saying it correctly. All I know is that they sure don't make for... All I know is they sure don't make for much of a clue. Oh, well. There's vents above there. We found one clue so far. The gun. How about we actually look at the fucking gun? I forgot about that. This is a murder weapon, isn't it? This revolver. That's right, a big 45 caliber revolver. Wow. I wonder who brought this in here. I thought only police were allowed to have one of those. Why are you giving me that look? I didn't do it. I didn't... Listen, I was out in the hall eating snackoos when it happened. I know, I was there. No one here thinks you did it, Emma. It's hard to tell with you sometimes, Apollo. Hey, what have I done? Wait, if the killer brought a revolver, it must mean they had planned this from the very start. That's right? Right? Yeah, it's premeditated. Do we have anything else? Ooh, what a pretty Brush? Oh, Emma. You're not gonna say, "Can I have it, please," are ya? Oh. Look, you may be a cute little girl of 15, but that doesn't give you any special treatment with me. Oh. It's not healthy to envy the young, Emma. It's not about envy. It's about tampering with evidence. Note to self, Emma lacks a sense of humor. Use caution. You need to learn to respect your elders a little. Something seems so familiar about this brooch. I think I got everything? Maybe? There's another Gavineers poster here. I'm just about sick of seeing those personally. Maybe I'll tear it down. No tampering with the crime scene, Emma. Maybe there's something else I can tear to shreds. Don't look at me. Oh, Apollo, can I eat some of those, please? Absolutely not. I know, but still, I yearn. Look, you're not the only one eyeing that fruit here. Well then, what are we waiting for? Let's eat. Right. Whoa, stop it. Are you too crazy? Emma, you of all people should know better. But she tempted me. She's a temptress. She's a temptress. Please, grow up. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie, voicing this scene is like really fun so far for me. I'm having a lot of fun. Doing a bunch of silly voices. Hope it's not too loud for you guys when I like raise my voice. That speaker was blaring at the time of the murder. Ah, that's for monitoring the stage from this room. Monitoring? It pipes in real-time feed from the stage microphones, useful for knowing when your set is coming up. Yes, I seem to recall it being loud and vaguely musical. It made it hard to hear Mr. Lato's last words. I think I might have everything I need from here. No clues here. What's wrong, Apollo? Your mouse is oh. Oh, wait, I already went through the vent dialogue. Alright, Emma, I'll see you later. And there is, in fact, something on the floor. What's that? It looks like some kind of future phone. Not a phone, a transceiver. It's called a headset. What's a headset doing on the floor? Wait, do you think Mr. Latos might have been wearing it? Like one of those bodyguards? I don't think he was wearing one when we first met. The LED on this thing is lit. It must be on. Why don't we grab it? I don't know if there's anything else we can really use as evidence here. There's a guitar case. I'm thirsty, Apollo. Want something to drink? How about this one? A Steel Samurai Soda. Now in real steel flavor. Huh? Here, my treat. Hey, this isn't enough change. The machines outside are cheaper. This one's highway robbery. You're a very funny guy, Apollo. Let's head into the Gavinier's dressing room again. Huh, looks like nobody's here. Prosecutor Gavin's probably busy with the case, too. No rest for the wicked. Money doesn't grow on trees. No rest for us either, Apollo. Let's get rocking! Rock, rock! I don't like how there's no music in here. What's a police recruitment poster doing here? What the fuck? Rock on? With the police? Maybe they're trying to trick kids into thinking the police are some kind of band. That's fucked up. Well, that's just silly. Who named a band The Police? That guitar! That's a legendary AA400, the Red Badger. I thought rock was supposed to be rebellious, not civic. Every aspiring guitarist wants one of these. They even paint their own guitars to look like it. The flickness of youth. You should dye your hair badger red, too. I like my hair the way it is, thank you very much. The stubbornness of age. Well, aren't we fun? A police uniform hangs on the stand here. Ooh, I want to try it on. Nothing to see here. Move along. It's okay, you don't have to go that far to be special. I mean, you're not exactly the type who's just another face in the crowd. Really? You think so? I guess you're right. I feel like a meanie for making that insinuation. I'm a big meanie. This place is decorated like a high school dance. Though, I think our decorations were paper, not chains. The Gaviniers are into chains. It's part of their image. No kidding. Ever since they used chains on the cover art for the gonna lock you up, they're really into the whole police thing, aren't they? It'd be cooler if they turned that red light on. You don't have to turn on the red light. Red light? Siren? Maybe? Why is that plastic bowl of stew sitting there? Maybe they use it for interrogating bad guys. Fess up to what you did, and we'll let you eat that stew. That's just mean. It gets worse. See, if the bad guy confesses, they say, okay, eat it. If you can. See? It's made of plastic. It's like you don't know which ones are the real bad guys. I think you need to take a deep breath, Truthy. The egg is mine. Hey, Joe, welcome in, man. How's it going? Yes, you were gifted a sub by Kyle during the Kingdom Hearts stream. It was very cool. Here are some pretty heavy-duty gloves. Maybe they have to carry around hot pots or something. They are a little thick. They couldn't even stuff a pigeon in those. That's exactly what I was thinking, yeah. Have G-eggs? Hell yeah, Joe. Someone drew the Gavineer's mark in lipstick here. Lipstick? I like to wear lipstick someday. Oh? You don't use lipstick yet, Truthy? Daddy won't let me. Not until I learn how to play piano, he says. You'll be waiting a long time then, I'm afraid. He doesn't even know how to play piano. What is he talking about? Ooh, a cruiser guitar. They sold these to commemorate 5 years of the band. Rocking it hard under the speed limit. There's a cruiser bass and a cruiser drum set and a cruiser keyboard and, you know, even a cruiser whistle. I'm not so sure about that last one. It's for blowing the whistle on criminals. I don't think that requires an actual whistle, Truthy. Well, I don't know if there's literally anything in here. We on case mid already? Yeah, we're in case 3 of the game. I'm not minding the case so far, but I just started the case, so, you know. I have yet to experience the core part of this yet. Hell, I don't even have a fucking client yet. I'm just doing this out of the kindness of my heart. Albums, I guess. Let's look at those. Look, it's a postcard of Lumiere. I hope I'm saying her name right, by the way, chat. If I'm not saying her name right, you can yell at me or something. What are these letters at the bottom? I've never seen these before. It must be her native tongue. Borginese? Borganese? Oh, Borganese. Okay, yeah, that's totally how you pronounce that. I want to play Dual Destinies. We'll be playing Dual Destinies maybe after Apollo. I'm thinking after Apollo of either doing Investigation 2 or Layton. And then saving Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice for, like, my last 2 Ace Attorney games. Maybe. Borganese, huh? I don't know what... I think I... Wait, that's literally a siren on there. Hang on. I could be stretching. No. Okay. Well, shit. I mean, I don't know. I don't think there's anything in here yet. I like Clavier's boots over there. Those are nice. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Hop back into the series with Apollo, right? Do the 2 spin-offs I haven't done yet. And then we do the last 2 mainline games. And then hopefully by the time I'm done, Capcom announces Ace Attorney 7. It'll be great. It's gonna happen. Capcom Showcase in a few days. Mark my words. Alright, let's go to the stage. I haven't been there yet. The Capcom has a showcase for Game Fest. They said an unannounced project. Am I getting too hyped? Listen, man, if they just say, we're remastering a... Gee, we know damn well we ain't getting shit. Come on, man. If Ghost Trick can come back to life, if Layton can come back to life, why can't Ace Attorney? What's stopping them? You know? Come on, man. At least, like, port 4 through 6 on, like, modern platforms. And maybe, you know, the spin-offs, too. That'd be pretty great. You know, like investigations, do, you know, localized investigation too? That'd be pretty sick. The stage looks empty. I was hoping to get a chance to talk to Prosecutor Gavin. Oh well, nothing to do but go to the crime scene, I guess. I was already at the crime scene. Oh well. I guess I gotta go back here. Not this one. Damn it, wrong dressing room. Ace Attorney is a visual novel. What is taking so long? We're getting 2 FF7 game remakes before we get a new Ace Attorney game. We got Tears of the Kingdom before an Ace Attorney. It's true. You know? Dude, we might get we got Kingdom Hearts 3, and we might get Kingdom Hearts 4 before fucking Ace Attorney. It's not even funny. We're getting Final Fantasy 16 next month. We got a sequel to Spider-Verse. We got 2 fucking Spider-Verse movies, and the time it's taken for another mainline Ace Attorney game. Emma! Emma, what do I do? We literally are getting everything for Ace Attorney. We're gonna get like 20 more Resident Evil games before Ace Attorney 7. Come on. No. Emma's kind of bad. Yeah, okay. I'm glad we all... Okay. Okay, cool. Anyways. That's a body, isn't it? I mean, I looked at the body earlier. Go ahead, Apollo. Bubba. So funny. Alright, I examined the sum. We have gotten 2 Sonic movies, a Detective Pikachu movie, a Mario movie. We're gonna be getting a fucking Five Nights at Freddy's movie. It's crazy. All before Ace Attorney. Trust me, Joe. I know the pain. Like, Greatest Attorney Chronicles and Trilogy port does really well, guys. Maybe you should, like, you know, it's free money, you know? You already have the mobile ports, just, like, put those on there. Bro, I can't wait to see the credit scene twist with Apollo and Druzy. Oh, okay, so this is a post-credit scene. Okay. In 2007? Oh, if we fucking get Ace Attorney 7? I don't blame you. This is gonna be me if we don't get Ace Attorney 7, you know? I'm gonna be this guy. Hell, if we get anything Ace Attorney related, I'll be like... I'm hoping Capcom just announces the collections before I play Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice. But hey, you never know. We're most likely getting that P5 spin-off. Ace Attorney is possible. What am I missing in this goddamn room, chat? Why is the makeup on the floor? Oh, I don't want to look at the goddamn body again. Don't make me do it. Oh, he's clearly trying to write something in blood. Maybe. Chat. Joe, what do I do? You've played this before. I haven't played this case before. Joe. What do I do? Fucking mirrors. Ah. Collection, 2D fighting game spin-off, investigation collection with 2 translation, Ace Attorney 7 through 9, and a live-action movie. Damn, that's gonna be that's a lot of stock you're putting in there. Yeah, I mean, it hasn't been that long, right? Look up the guide. I'll let it slide. Oh man. I looked at this vent earlier. Who's sus among us? Oh. Yeah, we talked about this all earlier. Emma, can I present you stuff? I presented you the lyric sheet earlier. You had nothing to say about it. How about this? Investigation request? Sorry. I can't comment on anything not scientifically relevant. I am a forensic scientist, after all. A self-styled one, at least. Sorry. I can't comment on anything not scientifically relevant. What? Present her me. I don't... Sadly, and apologize if you can't present profiles, Joe. I'm sorry about that, man. You kind of lost your shot. So, this is the murder weapon? This revolver is incredibly heavy. It's been fired twice. You can still smell the gunpowder. That's odd. What's odd? Oh, nothing. Hey, no fair. Tell us. Hello. What? We're currently live at the moment. It's just something about this revolver seems strange. Strange? Parents just came home. They checked it, and I was like, hello. I'm glad they removed the profiles. I mean, I like the profiles. Because in Ace Attorney 2 and 3, they were fun. Because it's like, oh, what do you have to say about this person, you know? However, it does narrow down your options in court, I suppose. And makes things a little bit easy. So, yeah, I don't know. I like the profiles, though. I don't mind them. Sorry. Ah! What the fuck? Maybe I have to examine shit. Let's examine stuff, huh? I miss Gumshoe. Don't we all miss Gumshoe? Don't we all need a little dick in our life? A little dick Gumshoe. Lyrics in 3D. A battle. Dick Gumshoe in 3D. She said it was weird, right? Love Dick. We love Dick Gumshoe. Oh my god. Oh, that key. That key scared my emulator. Oh, I mean my totally legit 3DS. What? There are 3 keys in this ring shaped like a key ring? Hearts? Kingdom Hearts? The middle key is shaped like a guitar. I get it. It must be the key to a guitar case. Guitar case key. I bet I don't know who this belongs to. Anything else? Nothing? No? Nada? Examine the gun. Fine. You got it, G-Eggs. G-Eggs and ham. The middle of the weapon is a revolving chamber. That's where you load the bullets. A revolver. See? Did you know? A revolver. Revolver. That sounds like a bit like Wonder Bar. Especially if you say it really fast. I guess. You know, I always used to think. I used to think the closest sound to Wonder Bar was one liver. There's just so many words in the world, Apollo. Isn't it amazing? So many different words, so many different people. People like Truthy. Oh, man. Is there anything particular about this gun? Anything spooky? We just looked at that. Yikes! Don't point that thing at me! Don't worry, I'm an old hand with fire. What does that mean? I have one that shoots bullets. I don't want it shooting any bullets, thank you. Not those bullets, silly. My gun shoots bullets. It's a magic cat. A cat comes out of a gun? I can tell by your expression you never heard of that trick. It's a great one. Honestly, that one sounds half interesting. Well, I mean, I examined the gun alright. Under the gun? You got it. I'll look under the gun. The gun is upside down. Raw. You're okay. I'm gonna just go play Tears of the Kingdom. Got it, Joe 504. Have fun. Give me the brooch. Sort of pin fastener for attaching things to clothes. Not a safety pin type, though. I'll yell at you when I find out. So it's not a safety pin? It's a danger pin. I suppose if you stuck it in your eye, then yeah, sure. But you could tell that with but could you do that with a safety pin too, for that matter? Thanks for taking the fun out of my danger pin. Oh, you're driving a danger pin through my heart here. That's fun. One thing I know about later Ace Attorney games that's nice, they have definitely streamlined investigation portions, and thank you for doing that, honestly. Emma, I don't know what to do. Emma Sky, I don't know. Maurice, I don't know what to do. Ooh, Apollo! Oh, it's just the fruit again. Flowers? Huh? Another ladder? We've already fucking examined that? Are you team ladder or are you team step ladder, chat? Let me know. Oh, I wonder what's inside. We can't open them, can we? Probably not a good idea. You never know what you might find in one of those boxes. Bombs, razors, ransom notes. It could be anything. Huh? I'm never having a birthday party again. Okay, that's genuinely funny. That was genuine hee hee ha ha. I in fact gave it the laughter. Dude, what the actual flip? Ah, dead body. Oh wait, Apollo did say don't leave any hangers unchecked when we first came in here. Blood. Thumb. I wonder what it can mean. It must mean something. It doesn't look like the kind Mr. Latos would use. The question is, whose keyring was it? Well, you're practically a detective there, Apollo. Practically. Yeah, maybe you should consider changing career, Apollo. I'm glad it brings them so much joy to mock me. I don't think we can examine Emma. I don't know if that's how that works, Joe. I don't know, man. Paulo, you said we want to leave any hangers unturned, bro. I'm just checking the hangers. That's the window again. Ah, Clavier, where are you, buddy? I miss you. I miss him and his soothing voice. You know, he always knew how to make me feel better. Maybe. Why can't I fucking... What is going on? Ugh. Emma's the only one around. And, you know, I just... I don't know. What's going on stage? Huh? I mean, it told me when I came over here, right? There's still stuff going on in the murder room. And I'm sitting over here like... But why? I keep clicking the wrong ones. I'm dumb. Oh my god, you got stuck in this case when you had no access to internet? Oh! I'd never want to play one of these games without internet access. Are you kidding me? How the fuck did you figure it out? Maybe it's a ring light. It's one of those, things, right? At the barber? I already fucking looked at this. The thing is, I didn't figure it out. Did you wind up looking it up eventually, or something? Just use your 3DS Chrome app. Wow. That's a good app, Joe. Maybe I should use it. Backstage hallway 2. Okay, I'm going through a good old walkthrough right now using my Chrome app and my 3DS right now. Okay, talk to Emma about the murder weapon. Emma will say the revolver's pretty heavy. That's delicate. I have to talk. Maybe present her the weapon. Oh my god! Wait a minute. When the fuck was that added? What do you think about this revolver? Well, it's pretty big and heavy. That's right. It's a .45 caliber. That makes it one of the most deadliest revolvers around. Even the police don't carry the guns this big. Really? Yeah, it doesn't make sense. You don't need so much power to kill at such a close range. It's overkill. I'm not sure I see the problem. I mean, whenever I go out to eat curry, I order it extra spicy, just to be sure it's spicy. Of course, I only ever eat 1 or 2 bites. And that's not a problem. Using a walkthrough? Hashtag not my G. Yeah, that's true. There's another thing about a gun this big. It puts a lot of strain on the shooter. Strain? Yeah, say if you were to fire this revolver, the recoil would probably dislocate your shoulder. Holy fuck. Ouch! It's like the shooter's a victim too. Yet the killer used this revolver in quite well. Motherfucker shot at least 2 or 3 times, so... I'm guessing whoever did it was used to shooting. Used to shooting a high caliber weapon? Well, that's about it. I think we've looked at just about everything there is. Oh, thank you. Nah, I guess you're right. I know how you're feeling. It's hard to know when to stop. But anything more involved has to wait until the squad gets here. I suppose. I'll go report the evidence. Sorry, but could you wait here till I get back? Huh? Oh, actually, we have to... Great, thanks. She left. What do we do, Apollo? She told us to wait. Great, now how am I supposed to investigate? Oh well, I guess it can't be helped. To be fair, Mr. Justice, we don't even have a client yet. So we're not in a rush right now, okay? We got the Sonic Lock and the G-Egg in the chat. Let's go! Huh? Go! Time's a wasting, Apollo. We've got a lot of ground to cover. Well, that's true, but... On second thought, why not? I'm sure everything will be fine. And then they tamper with the crime scene, and everything's gone, and we've been robbed. Of course it will. Let's go! Hello? Yeek! Who's there? We didn't just imagine that, did we? He was wearing a silk hat. Friend of yours? Hardly. Whoever that was, he sure looked suspicious. Who? Who? Fucking magician? Maybe he the one that set the guitar on fire. Maybe. Let's go into the dressing room. Maybe Clavier's here now. No. Why would he? Alright, stage it is then. What is it with today? Problem after problem. Actum! You ain't kidding. Is the two leading members of the Gaviniers, Apollo? Clavier and vocals, and Darren on guitar? They're so cool. I have a hard time thinking of Clavier as anything but a prosecutor, honestly. Huh? What are they arguing about? Probably the case, I bet. And speaking of arguing about the case, actually, no, that's a bad transition. I'm just gonna go use the restroom, so be right back, chat. recess. It is recess. It's true. The old G-Meister would never have recess. He would take us to the bathroom with him. Nah, the old G-Meister would just leave you on, like, his camera awkwardly. The game would still be on, and I'd just be walking away, going to piss. Also, while I was out, grabbed another bottle of water. Figured I'm gonna need it for this game. Is Darian, whatever his name is, you guys think he has a German accent too? I don't know. I interpret Clavier having a German accent, but, that's just how I interpret it. Like, Achtung! Hydrate? I literally just did.
Water!
Water! Probably the case, I'd bet. Probably the case, I'd bet. My hog won't start. My guitar case is busted. My guitar has been burnt to a crisp. And to top it all off, someone's dead. And then there was just that performance just now. What was that all about? Hey man, don't blame me. You were the one who missed the cue. Me? Miss a cue? How could I conceivably get the most important part of that song wrong? How? And what was all that tiny playing of yours? Who you calling tiny? Sounds like they're having a spat. One of those differences in musical direction bands are always spitting up over. This is hardly the time. What are you two doing here? Hiya. He just playing with his hair. We were just discussing the investigation, if you don't mind. Sorry. Wait, you were what? Listen, you need to confirm that with the Republic of Borgenia? Detective... Wait, hold on. Borgenia? Detective Crescent. Right, anything else? What did he just call him? Detective? Ah, greetings. You're a detective? I didn't know that. Darian Crescent, Criminal Affairs, Division 3. What is up with this fucking band? Hello? Criminal Affairs? Paulo. You really don't know anything about the Gavineers, do you? Something tells me that's about to be remedied. And there's the music, finally. I already presented my badge to you, Clavier, so how about we just cut to the point. About the crime. Which crime do you mean? The murder! What else? Oh, that. For me, today has been a hit of parade of crimes, you see. Prosecutor Gavin was singing the blues earlier, wasn't he? Something about his hog and his guitar case. Anyway, I'm afraid you know more about the killing of Mr. Latos than I do. For now, at least. Huh? You were the one who found the body, yeah? While we were in the middle of a performance, no less. Aren't you going to examine the crime scene, Prosecutor Gavin? I'll leave that to fraudulent detective. Wouldn't want to step on her toes. They're not exactly best buddies, are they? I'm on Prosecutor Gavin, I mean. Well, what to do next? We've already checked out the scene. Prosecutor Gavin may be right. We might be the most informed for once. Maybe Prosecutor Gavin can shed some light on things we found. Maybe that means present stuff. Playing Tears of the Kingdom and my horse fell off a fucking cliff. Do I join him? Maybe, for the funds. For the lulz. I don't believe you, Apollo. How can you come to this concert and not know anything about the Gavineers? It's not surprising. Why, even our ancestors knew nothing of America's existence once. I know America exists. The Gavineers aren't just an average rock band, Apollo. Each member is connected to the police somehow. The police? The real police. By day they pack heat, but by night they heat up the stage. By day those lips interrogate. By night they sing songs of unrequited passion. Okay. They debuted 7 years ago with 13 years hard time for love. Then came love with no chance of parole. And my boyfriend is the prosecution's witness. What the fuck? Lots of hits go on and on. Then this here's my right-hand man, Darian Crescent. I make the melodies and he attacks them with his guitar. He's a bit of a rogue, really. And this guy's a bit of a perfectionist. When a performance goes the least bit wrong, he goes into this funk, just like today. I'd hoped murder would be a bit more off-putting than a ruined concert. Ugh. The concert today, a disaster. I'll get to the bottom of this, and then we'll see who missed a cue. The missed cue? They were arguing about that before. Great, I love nothing more than questioning tormented artists. What's this missed cue you keep talking about? Haha, you heard it, didn't you? From the audience! Actually, I didn't notice anything. See? No amateur is gonna pick up on that. Can you guarantee an entire audience of amateurs? No! Now take a listen to this. What's that? A mixing board. We use it to record our concert tonight. Aren't we supposed to be investigating a murder? Well, we've come this far. Might as well go all the way. I've always wanted to learn about the recording industry. Excuse me. Guilty love? This is one of the devices used in recording. Oh, that's a fucking that's fucking banger right there. We're a 5-part band. This lets us record each member's performance separately. Use the slider to adjust the volume for each part. Check it out.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Wow, neat. So could you say hear only the drum part? Of course. That's how we'll find the criminal guilty of missing his cue tonight. I'm more concerned with the other criminal, the one who kills people. You want help on the case? Then help me with mine. I guess rock and roll comes before prosecuting. Let's begin. First, we bring up the part of the performance in question. You simply choose a section of the song you wish to hear on the bottommost bar. Like so.
Tutorial me more, why don't you?
There it is. Now listen.
Someone was fucking up, maybe.
Was something wrong? You couldn't hear it? Listen again. Closely.
Someone was maybe fucking up?
The timing's a little off, isn't it? You see. There, right at the most important part. And even an amateur can hear it.
An amateur with a mixing board, maybe.
You're missing the point. We'll never stamp out crime until we're perfect. Perfect! Alright, Von Karma.
Here he goes again.
Right, head amateur. Will you prove my point? Huh? Me? You will find the missed cue. You will tell us which instrument, which part, is the guilty party. But how? Did I not just explain it? Use these sliders to adjust the volume for each part. Then you will find the part that hopelessly bungles the cue. You'll find it with your untrained amateur ears. Nothing to do but try, Apollo. I guess. I'll admit, this looks kind of fun. First, a quick review. Use the sliders to adjust the volume. Press the section of the song you wish to hear on the bottom bar. Sliders and bar, got it. Once you found the guitar part, press the corresponding number. Time to rock!
Banana, banana, banana. Dun, 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 dun.
Someone's a little off. Let's turn down one. Someone is messing up. I don't know. Can I just guess? Like, maybe just turn it down? I think it might be 4. Alright, just guess. This part sounds a little off. Let's see. Head forehead? Yes? Let me guess. You got the D in high school chorus, didn't you? How do you know? This part is perfection. Absolute perfection. I bet all the royalties from my last platinum-selling album on it. The guilty part is elsewhere. Yeah, I know. You sold a bazillion records. A clavier jillion records. It's actually better if you stay quiet. Let's give this another shot. Alright, let's try number 5. This part sounds a little off. Alright, no time, like number 2. It's number 2. God, we did that so well. This part is off. Which is that, Second guitar. Ugh! It was you, Darian! Oh, well, looks like the cat's out of the bag. Ah, well, that's all you have to say? That kind of attitude lets killers walk free, Darian! Or Dodden, or whatever. Here they go again. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to ask about the concert. It's starting to feel like we're just wasting time. It's all experience under our belts. That can't be bad. The mixing board. I still can't get over the title for that song. Guilty Love? I mean, it's been playing since Case 2, buddy. Alright, now we can present evidence to him, maybe? I wrote those lyrics, you know. Though it was LaMaria who gave them life. Wow, that's beautiful. Grr, maybe I should try to write some lyrics someday. Grr. I literally just said fucking grr. Sorry, but I'm not in the mood to talk about that right now. Even I can only take so much in one day. Funny, I always thought of Prosecutor Gavin as one of those cool, stoic types. The sort that never complains. How wrong was I? I was wondering if you knew anything about this. Does it look familiar? Familiar? It's mine. That's my keyring. I've been looking all over for it. What? This is yours, Mr. Gavin? I knew it. Apollo! How can you make that I knew it face? That is the keyring that was... Yeah, I know. Thanks anyway. So, where did you find it? Actually, the victim was holding it. Like, he was trying to keep her from the killer, even if it meant his life. What? The victim, you mean? Mr. Latos had my keys. Indeed. When will my trial be over? Speaking of trials, I've never heard Mr. Gavin whine in court like he has today. Emma was right about the fop, I'll give her that. Apollo! Mr. Gavin, maybe we can help. Tell us about your troubles today. Vent. I really don't think that's... Tell us! And we'll keep mum about the keyring for now. Are you blackmailing me, Fraudlin? You were saying... You were saying something about your motorcycle not starting? And something about your guitar case being busted? You are well informed. You mentioned it a few times. It all happened this morning. It's all this key ring's fault. The key ring? It's got all my keys on it, yeah? My bike key, my car key, and the key to my guitar case. Wait, so this key ring... It disappeared. I thought I'd put it in my jacket pocket. Prosecutor Gavin's key ring disappeared? I had to come to the concert by taxi. How embarrassing. In order to get to my guitar out, I had to break the lock. Wait, this guitar wasn't the one that... The very one, up in flames. And right on stage, too. I actually thought that was part of the show. Crazy! And to top it off, Mr. Latou's life was taken. Nobody told me about days like these. Strange days indeed. You think? What's wrong, Trucy? Well, I was just trying to make sense of everything. First, his heart-shaped key ring gets stolen. Then a very expensive guitar flares up on stage. Then Mr. Latos dies. Yes, and? Could it all really be just a coincidence? Coincidence? Meaning? Dodden, can you make any sense of all of this? Alright, I'm actually leaving. Love you, G, Emma, and Phoenix. Emma, love you, G. Emma and Phoenix are bad. Well, thanks, Joe. Have a good night, man. Thank you for tuning in. And good luck with Tears of the Kingdom.
Hey, don't look at me.
What do you think, Apollo? Huh? I mean, either Mr. Gavin's having a really bad day, or all this was planned. You aren't thinking what I think you're thinking. Are you, Frodden? I am.
What? Hey, don't leave me in the dark with Spike here.
The name's Apollo, but yeah, I agree. Don't leave us in the dark. What are you talking about? Have you noticed a connection, Apollo? A curious connection between all of Mr. Gavin's troubles today? Well, I guess I have noticed. You know, something was bugging me, too. The key ring, and the guitar, and the body. Slow down there, Polly. You look a wee bit dizzy.
He's bluffing. He hasn't figured it out. Fess up. If you're a man, you're as clueless as I am.
Huh? No. Give Hairforehead a chance. Let's see your evidence of this connection, shall we? Evidence? I better think of something pronto. Come on, let's see it. What's the connection between all of Mr. Gavin's troubles? Good question. Is it the lyrics? Sugar, sugar, with the embrace, you stole my keys away, my heart held so tight, pudger, being a fleeting memory, wraps around me in the air I fly, running in my heart afire, burn on my love, take my life. It's literally the goddamn lyrics. What the fuck? It's this, isn't it?
A lyric sheet? The guitar serenade? What's that got to do with anything?
It has everything to do with everything. Though I wouldn't have believed it if the Frodlin had pointed it out.
What are you talking about, man? Enough with the riddles.
Maybe it's a coincidence. Or perhaps it means something. Don't you think, Frodlin? I do. Everything that's happened to Mr. Gavin today is predicted in the lyrics of the song.
What? No way!
I just guessed, by the way. Well, not really guessed, but I had to figure something. Look, just think about everything that's happened to Mr. Gavin. Let's list them in order that they occurred. While reading the lyric sheet, first the keyring was stolen, and not just any keyring, a heart-shaped keyring. That's right here. When you stole away the keys, my heart held onto so tight. This is a heart holding keys. And next, the guitar burst into flames. Burning in my heart, fire burned my love away. And then Mr. Latos was killed. Like a bullet of love, fire, take my life away. But that's crazy. Yeah, no kidding.
So everything that happened today here, this song predicted it all? Or perhaps it was the other way around. Huh? The criminal could have based their crime on the lyrics.
But who would go through all that trouble?
Someone who moves in mysterious ways, no doubt. I believe you've stumbled upon something quite vile and quite annoying, Fraudlin.
The way, I think he looks great. She's like, bleh. She looks pleased.
The lyrics predicting the crime? Clavier.
Seems a bit more than just a coincidence to me.
I have to agree. The keyring, the guitar, and the murder.
The keyring might... Oh, fuck. The keyring might have been dropped by accident. Yet the victim was holding it. Hard to think it was unconnected. That's true. Prosecutor Gavin is calm and collected as ever. So the criminal matched their actions to the lyrics?
That sounds likely.
Why would anyone do that?
While we're thinking about that, I'm gonna get cracking on the biggest crime here. I'm gonna go talk to the Borginian embassy about Mr. Latos.
Right. Thanks, Dotton.
I'll leave the pondering of mysteries to you. I'm out of here.
I fought in National. Mr. Latos was killed. It seems like that would have to be the point of all this. But they did more than that. They left us with not only a murder, but a mystery. Mr. Gavin is irritable today. Maybe this is the real Prosecutor Gavin we don't get to see in the courtroom.
I've had enough, frankly.
If you find any more mysteries, do me a favor and keep them to yourselves, yeah?
Yeah.
I guess this is all we're getting from Prosecutor Gavin. That leaves Luminaire to question. Prosecutor Gavin, do you know where Lumiere is now? I had to go to my dressing room. With that pianist Machi Tobe, of course. She seemed rather shocked by Mr. Latos' sudden passing. The Gavineer's dressing room. Got it. Oh, later, Clavier. Eek! Who's there? There he goes again. Who is... There he goes again. Who is that guy? Huh? Trucy? You know, he did look sort of familiar. So he is a friend of yours. No, that's not it. Sorry, I don't remember. Curiouser and curiouser. I don't know what that means. Ah, Luminaire. What? What has happened? Oh, you can speak English properly. I heard that Mr. Latos has died. Lumiere, you speak? I mean, you speak English. Yes. I was invited here from the Republic of Borginia. But I'm not Borginian by birth. Well, wasn't Mr. Latos your interpreter? That, yes. Well, it was Mr. Latos' idea. He thought it would add to the mystery, you see. Then your pianist is also... No, Machi Toby is Borginian. He does not speak English. Now please tell me, what has happened to Mr. Latos? Why did he... Actually, Mr. Latos was... Trucy! Huh? Remember what Prosecutor Gavin said? Not a word. But Melissa Latos is Lemire's manager. That's not fair to her. I mean, she isn't related... Isn't she a related party? Precisely. The Prosecutor Gavin is the one alert, I suspect. All we have been told is to wait here in this room. It is very unsettling. I'm sorry, we're just trying to figure it out ourselves. Do you think I could ask you some questions? Of course. I'm always willing to help. She's as calm as she looked on stage. I can't put my finger on why, but I like this Lemire. And there's a Borginian language. What is it, Machi?
What? But you'd be alone. What seems to be the problem? Machi, he's not good around strangers. He wishes to go out for a breath of fresh air. Would that be alright? Sure, of course. Very well. What is it you wish to ask me about? Yo, this music's pretty cool. Actually, before we start up, attorney's badge. Would you mind taking a look at this, Lemire? I'm sorry, I'm not sure what to say. I wish I could help you. Don't worry about it. Certainly one of the most pleasant refusals I've had. The Republic of Borginia. That's in Northern Europe, right? I've never even heard of it. I started out singing in a restaurant. Then a producer called me. Before I knew it, here I am. You don't say. You know, my daddy plays piano in a restaurant. Procedures tend to Producers tend to look for talent, Truthy. Goddamn. Lumiere, you're not from Borginia originally. Were you born here? Well... Oh, is that supposed to be a secret? Image is everything when you're a star. I know a bit about that, of course. Ah, yes, it is something like this. A contract, you might say. I'm not trying to speak anything but Borginese in public. Image is important, I guess. She's not all image, though. Her songs are lovely. A real landscape painter in sound. A painter in what? She travels the world, turning the sights she sees into music. That's the secret to your music's beauty, right? You're very perceptive. Oh, I use your songs all the time in my stage act. I don't have to pay for royalties for that, do I? I was gonna ask about that. Stop while you're ahead, Truthy. This landscape painter in sound, too, is an image. Yet without it, my songs would not be so widely heard. They even call you the siren of the ballad, right? The siren. Yes, in Borginese, Lemire means the siren. I fear that perhaps already I am not the siren I once was. Uh-oh. Your pianist, Machi, was it? He's cute, like a porcelain doll. He's very European. I met him while singing in restaurants in Borginia. He's an orphan, yet his playing is exquisite. Soon he came to live with me. It's like a fairy tale almost. I notice he hardly leaves your side. Yes, well, he is blind. At first, I hesitated at dragging him across the world. He doesn't speak English either, does he? He had never left Borginia before we met. I made his presence part of my contract. Machi and I together are Lumiere, together always. Mr. Latos was my new manager. New? Yes, from 3 months ago. Around when I received Mr. Gavin's invitation to come, I met Mr. Latos at my office. He was to be my manager and bodyguard. And as it turned out, my interpreter. Interpreter, even though you can speak English. Yes, but we were to visit most places than just here. More places than just here. We had a concert in Japan scheduled after this one. Yes, as if this game does not natively take place in Japan. Japanifornia, yes. So I fear that may have to be cancelled now. Was Mr. Latos from the Republic of Borginia too? Well, he was only with me for 3 months. I'm afraid there is much I do not know about him. And now I shall never know. No one will even tell me why he has died. I'm sorry. Prosecutor Gavin said we weren't to talk to anyone. Mr. Latos, what a talented man. The siren of the ballad. The phrase was his idea, you know. I'm happy for him that it has become so well known. The siren. That's what he meant! Huh? Apollo? You are the siren, right, Lumiere? That is the meaning of my name in Borginese, yes. It was the name my producer gave me. Why do you ask? It's very important. I had to know for sure if the siren was you. What do you mean, important? I'll tell you. You deserve to know. The siren. It turns out that's a very important word in this case. How? When we found Mr. Latos, he was still alive. What? I heard him say something. His last words. Mr. Latos, can you hear me? Ask witness. Hang in there, Mr. Latos. Tell me, who was the witness? The witness is Siren. He said siren? Really? I was the only one there to hear it, but I'm sure that's what he said. Mr. Latos said that? Ask the witness. And you're the siren, Lumiere. Did you see what happened? Lumiere? Might I ask, are you with the police? Well, no, I'm a defense attorney. An attorney? Yet there have been no arrests yet. Yes? Is that a problem? Does an attorney not work for a client? If you have no client, you should leave the investigation to the police, I think. But Lumiere, I'm sorry, but I cannot answer your questions. I'm afraid you lack authority to ask them. Heck, why? If she witnessed a crime, why won't she tell us? I believe we are through here. I believe so. Hang on. Okay, yeah, alright. We just gotta get out of here now. At least I thought we had to fucking just get out of here now. Move to the backstage hallway. I mean, we are in the backstage hallway, aren't we? Oh, we're not done? Let me go back in there. Maybe I missed something. I hit all the dialogue options. Lumiere, Machi, Mr. Latos, the Siren. Yeah, that's all 4 dialogue options. Oh, I forgot to present the brooch to her. Okay. Yeah, I know you just basically told me to fuck off, but, here, take a look at this. That reminds me. Does this brooch look familiar to you? My brooch? Yes. Well, it may be mine. Yours, Lumiere? I was wearing a brooch earlier, you see. I must have lost it. Well, that explains the brooch we found. It was Lumiere's. Lumiere? I keep saying Lumiere, like fucking beating the beast, chat. I don't think that's how you say it, but I'm just... Lumiere... Iyer? Lumiere... Lumiere... Oyer? It feels better to say Lumiere, to be honest. Thank you. I was wondering where I dropped it. So this brooch belongs to her. That begs the question. Is something wrong, Apollo? What was this brooch doing at the crime scene? Great, and now we can leave. There we go. Whoa! Who's there now? Ah, it's you. Where were you? Ah, Emma! Is something wrong? She looks grumpier than usual. You bet something's wrong. The impossible's happened. Ugh, it's all your fault, you know. Maybe this is about leaving the crime scene. What did you mean by impossible? Well, it's gone. Utterly gone. What's gone? The body, stupid. What else? Eh? Yo, Frosty, what's up? How you doing? Mr. Latos' body has disappeared. What? July 8th now? Damn, it turned midnight in the time they were investigating.
July 8th is actually my best friend's birthday. Bro, today was wild. What happened? During your day, Frosty. Prosecutor Gavin! From your vacant stare, I gather you've heard the news. I heard Mr. Little's body has gone missing. Look for yourself. This guy dogs. Oh, yeah, yep, it's because of the Canadian wildfire. Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's actually kind of scary, to be honest. Red Sun. It's scary, Frosty. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, this entire, like, northern part of the U.S., like, scary right now. Quite the pickle. Quite the pickle. Pickle Rick. There's no need for an alarm, fraudulent detective. All entrances and exits have been sealed. The body will not leave the building. So I suggest we go find ourselves a cadaver. There'll be plenty of time to ponder the whys later. Well, you seem pretty sure of yourself, Mr. Gavin. Oh, we'll find him. I'm rather enjoying this. It's terrifying. It is scary. Like, genuinely speaking. How can Mr. Little's body just disappear? There was a fucking magician. There was a magician roaming the halls. The magician, like, said, bibbidi bobbidi boo, that body's going away. Well, you heard the man. Let's get searching. Hey, I don't know if this is exactly the right time, but... Yes, Dodden? Daddian? See, Geeter's gone missing. It was in the dressing room. Geeter? Who's Geeter? That's what I called my guitar. You like, man? Your guitar was stolen? This hasn't been a good day for guitars or Geeters. Okay, body first, then guitar. And if someone finds that guitar, please bring it to our dressing room. Geeter's like a missing person, not lost and found, man. Liz sure is a... What did he call it? A sausage? No, wait, it was a pickle. And it's your pickle. I told you to stay in the room. Sorry. Not much else I can say. It's alright. Top priority now is finding that body. You can make it up to me later. 10 bags or so of chocolate snackers should do the trick nicely. You should watch your sugar intake, Emma. Well, look, how about we fucking do the thing where we investigate stuff. But yeah, no, Red Sun, it is terrifying. It's like a fucking blood moon in Breath of the Wild out there. And it's gonna be like that for a while. So, if you're in like the northern part of the country, you know, and you have like breathing problems, or you're like an elder, or you have a child that's very young, be very mindful of their breathing intake. You know, it could be very bad for their lungs. It's pretty bad. Anyways. There should be a body here, but there's not. How could this have happened, and why? I was outside all day. Yeah, well, I assume, at least I assume you don't have anything, like, medically, like, wrong with your lungs or anything, Frosty. Okay. The walkthrough just says, let's just go to stage. Oh, the music's still playing. Yeah, it did turn to midnight during our investigation. Does something seem different to you today? Did it seem different to you, Apollo? Something is definitely different here. Let's check it out. Examine the tower. That stage there must have been lowered before. That's the tower that Lumiere and Prosecutor Gavin were singing on. Someone must have raised it. I don't see a way to control it from here. Apollo, what about that ladder there against the wall? We could use that to take a look up top. Maybe we should get Emma. What are you talking about? We have to see this sort of thing for ourselves. I'm not so good with heights.
Stop whining and start climbing. Eric. It didn't look that high from below, really. But when we got to the top, I felt every one of those 20 feet down. Of course, I wasn't thinking about the height anymore. Not after what we found up there. Eek! We found 2 things we were looking for, and 1 thing we never expected to find. The body, guitar in hand, and the pianist, Machi Toby. Oh, cool, we're back at the agency. We haven't been here all fucking case. And it's the next morning. Wow, that concert last night sure went south in a hurry. We spent so much time at the concert, I forgot all about this place. We don't even have a fucking client yet. No kidding. Why did they arrest Machi? Oh, I guess we have one now. Why? Why? Don't look at me like it's my fault. Machi Toby, the blind pianist. Arrested on suspicion of murdering Roman Latouche. That'd be crazy. He's blind as fuck. The gun is really big. You shoot the gun. Almost says it fucking dislocates your shoulder. That guy's really small. He's blind. I don't know if he's the guy that shot him. I don't know, man. I can't believe such a cute little boy could do something so horrible. I guess he had proof of some kind. Yeah, I guess the fact that it missed a couple times? Is that the proof? What proof could possibly prove that? Morning. What the fuck are you doing here? Who invited you? Phoenix is just gonna be like, what the fuck? Prosecutor Gavin? What a night, eh? I apologize for being so upset. Mr. Gavin, do you know what's going on? Why did they arrest Machi? Why? Don't look at him like it's his fault either. It was tough for me too. We performed together that night after all. Yet? The power that be say that, given the circumstances, it could only have been him. What do you mean by the circumstances? Lemire was invited from the Borginia, but as an ambassador of goodwill. It is vital that this case be wrapped up swiftly. That's all the power that we want, really. They don't care about the truth and all that. They just want the shit done. Well, those are circumstances, alright. What makes Machi the only possible suspect? Head forehead. You seem to have forgotten that you're talking to the prosecution, the enemy. Right. Sorry, we're just really close, you and I. We're like besties, you know? I don't consider you my enemy. I think I like this side of prosecution Gavin better, actually. I'm not at liberty to discuss the particulars of the case. Especially not to the defense attorney. What? Did you just say me? The defense attorney, just like that. That's what I came to tell you. He's down at the detention center. He wants to request your services. You mean Machi? Machi wants me. This is what we've been waiting for. Apollo, let's get going. Right. Good luck. I'm off to question Lumiere. Right, later. I hope I'm up to this. Bye, Clavier. I miss you. He's a very cooperative guy, you know. For being the prosecution, he's a very nice guy. Well, I just don't get it. I refuse to believe a cute little kid like that could do something so terrible. You said that already. Wait a minute, how the fuck are we questioning this kid? He doesn't speak English. Wait a minute. Guard, can you translate? Machi, everything's gonna be okay. We're here for you. Hi. Maybe you can tell me about last night? Fuck. Huh? What? That was when I realized how tough it must be. A little kid like this. In a country so far from everything he's ever known. Maybe Lumiere can help? But didn't Prosecutor Gavin say she was with him? Good luck. I'm off to question Lumiere. I know you just saw the scene 5 seconds ago, but I'm here to make sure you remember, okay? Well, that's what we're going to do. Well, what are we going to do? I completely misread that line. That's a good question. I can't think of anything we can do but go with this and hope for the best at the trial tomorrow. Oh my god. To be continued? What the fuck? Are we just jumping into trial? You call that an investigation? I guess we did most of the investigation at night, but that was kind of wild. July 9th. What did we spend the rest of our day on? I gotta drink some fucking water if we're doing Judge. Oh, ha ha. Vocal exercises, training, Court of Steel. Ah. Alright. Alright. Court is now in session 4. How do I say that? You're just like me, Judge. Machi Toby. Your Honor, the pixie of the RP Go. RP Go? How the fuck do I say that? Hang on. Right, the trial. Court is now in session. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is A-okay, Herr Judge. Very well, Prosecutor Gavin. My opening statement, yeah? No, actually. There was something I wanted to ask you about. How's your day going? Yes? So, say you're gonna visit someone in the hospital with an incurable disease. What do you say to them? Eh? I mean, you wouldn't say, get well soon, right? What are we talking about, Judge? You'll only be kicking them when they're down. What? Judge, what are we talking about? How's your Sunday going? Mine's going pretty good. You know, you look outside, the fucking sun's red. It's like Breath of the Wild out there. I tell you. Yeah, thank you, Apollo. Judge, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, okay, actually, I'm going to visit someone who is terminally ill, right? Judge, this is not... What the fuck? I'm sorry, I never get this stuff off my chest, you know? You guys are like my best friends. Right after this trial, the Chief Justice's son. Who's the Chief Justice? The Chief Justice? Son is afflicted with the most terrible disease. He doesn't have long, it seems. So I thought I'd go pay him a visit. I thought saying something moving might be the order of the day. I don't grown-ups just ever say what's on their mind instead of pretending. She's looking at me with something like disgust. Hey, what are you looking at me like that for? Okay, in any case, I'm a bit busy today, though. Oh, fucking what? You can't just say that, Judge! Like, can we, like, fast food this shit? You know what I'm saying? You know, hi, welcome to, the courtroom. How may I help you? Yeah. We'll give you a Big Mac of fucking guilty. Get out of here, kid. You know, I'm on a schedule here, you know? Prosecutor Gavin, your opening statement briefly. Briefly? Motherfucker doing like, okay, 80% Ace Attorney. Let's go. Come on, guys. You're in luck, Herr Judge. I believe you'll be going on your hospital visit sooner than you think. First, to reveal the victim in this case. Roman Latus, age 35. The global manager for Diva Sanchez Lemire. The cause of death, blood loss due to being shot by a large caliber revolver. This report has all the details. The court accepts this into evidence. Good job, alright, I like it. Good job, we got the autopsy report. We're rolling. 45 caliber. Wow, that's quite large, isn't it? A direct hit from that could knock a man off his feet. However, the bullet struck him in the shoulder. The damage to the body was slight. Death was not immediate. Sadly, his blood loss was such that he could not be saved.
I suppose the victim's condition could have been much worse, considering.
Okay. 2 shots were fired. 1 shot missed, and the other penetrated and passed through the victim's shoulder. Both bullets were found on the wall of the scene. Observe the diagram. This is where the bullets hit.
I see. The court accepts this into evidence. Wow! Well, look at us, speedrunning, 80%. Look at us go, guys! So proud. Okay, if we're talking about a .45 caliber revolver, we must assume that the killer was adept at the weapon's use.
Really? Yeah, apparently weapons that size have a powerful kickback. If, say, Judge tried to fire one, it'd break every bone in his body.
The defense will take more care in choosing examples.
As I was saying, the victim was shot backstage in a dressing room. This dressing room has only one entrance, this door.
That does seem to be the case, yes.
However, there were witnesses who heard the gunshots. He's talking about you and Emma, huh? Yet when the witnesses entered the room, it was empty, save for the victim's body, of course.
But that's impossible!
Ha! Exactly. This murder was impossible. For all but one person.
One person?
That is, of course, ha! The defendant, Machi Tobi.
Only this defendant could have committed the crime? Well, how?
It is quite simple. The circumstances of the crime scene make it clear.
Very well. I assume you have testimony to back up this claim? Let the witness please take the stand. It's gonna be Apollo Justice. Take the stand. I'm kidding.
Your name and profession, please. I'm a Sky. I'm a detective for the police department. I was on security detail at the concert forum that night. Emma seems tired somehow.
Security at the concert, you say?
Some security I was. Couldn't even stop a murder.
Now, don't blame yourself. Things like this happen all the time, you know? You just gotta bring yourself back up, you know? Think positive vibes. I've made even bigger mistakes in my career, you know?
Fuck yeah, you have. I'm sure that makes her feel much better. I don't want to hear about these bigger mistakes. Go play the last 3 games. In any case, because you were on security detail, the crime was quickly discovered. And we were able to identify the killer. And you may give the court your testimony if you would. Describe the circumstances of that day and your discovery of the crime, please. Alright. Here we go.
Murderous circumstances.
The night of the murder, I was on security backstage at Prosecutor Gavin's request. Only person involved with the concert in some way were allowed backstage. At the beginning of the third set, I heard shots. I went into the room filled with blaring rock music and found the body. I examined the scene and determined that only the defendant could have done it. Well, you kind of left out a lot there, Emma, don't you think?
It was lucky that a detective was the first on the scene.
That door was the only way out of the room, right? Yeah, pretty much. Then I don't get it. How can they say that Machi did it? Looks like we need a bit more information.
Very well, the defense may begin the cross-examination. Do the thing you do.
The night of the murder was the night of the concert, yes? That's right. What was the detective doing on security detail, might I ask? If it was only a concert. My thoughts exactly. But orders are orders, even when they come from rock gods. Prosecutor Gavin? Yes, allow me to explain. I smelled something that day, you might say, the stench of conspiracy. That day at the concert hall. Conspiracy? Well, isn't it obvious? My keys! The whole morning, no, the whole day was ruined. And And it's all because they stole my keys. I couldn't ride my hog to the show. I couldn't open my guitar case. There he goes again. Isn't it possible he simply misplaced them? Misplaced them? Misplaced items just don't want to murder victims' hands on their own.
What was this? Prosecutor Gavin, if your keys were in the victim's hand, that makes you a prime suspect.
I was performing at the time, Your Honor. I'm all good. Love, slow acting and new. Atroqueen. I have no idea how to pronounce that. It's waiting for you. He's singing something. Does everything with this guy have to be so over the top? The killing happened in the middle of my concert. I was like a sailor adrift on the sea of sound. Anyway, I didn't want anything else stolen. So I put the detective with the most time on their hands on the task.
I see. I can accept that.
Well, I can't. What do you mean, time on their hands?
Please, the testimony.
We were let in, though. I didn't know about that. I certainly didn't invite you. I gave the fraudulent special permission to be there. I wanted to see her again. Oh boy, did you hear that? We're officially involved now. Gee, great. Some other hangers-on tried to get backstage, but I drove them off. So no other outsiders were there then. And then... I believe we were having a chat when we heard the shots. You were the one chatting. I was the snackers.
Oh, hey, no snacking in court.
And you're sure the shots came from Lumiere's room? Yes, absolutely. Hey, I'm the one being cross-examined here. Here, this'll keep you quiet. Katonk? Thanks. So, how about it? Emma. We were right there. Had me mistaken about that.
Please, either talk or eat, not both at the same time.
Right, so after that, me and Mr. Lawyer there opened the dressing room door. Rock? Blaring, yes.
When you say rock, are you referring, perhaps, to this rock and roll music that's so popular these days?
That's right. When we went into the dressing room, music was blaring over the speakers on the wall. They pipe sound from the stage into the backstage through speakers. That way people in the back can hear when they're supposed to be on stage. Did it have to be so loud? You didn't listen to the Gavinaires with your ears? You feel it with your entire body and soul. By the way, it was don't, not did it. It's don't, not did it, but whatever. I always have the backstage monitors at full volume. When we walked in the room, the band was playing Guilty Love, I believe, making it easy to determine the time of the crime.
If you could hear that music playing.
Then everyone on stage for that song has an alibi, including myself. Anyway, I closed off the scene and started my investigation. How could you know something like that? As I said, it was clear from the circumstances. Listen, we know there was only one exit from the room, that door. The small window only opened a tiny crack, and I was standing in front of that door. So how could the killer have fled the scene? There's only one possibility, the air vent. Oh! But that air vent was too small. Who could have possibly? Exactly. There's certainly no way you could get through, nor me. The only one who could fit through was a child. A child. Remember, access to the rooms was limited. Only those involved with the concert were allowed. And of all the people involved with the concert, only one is small enough to be considered a child.
The defendant!
The pixie of the Arpico fitted up toward the sky and disappeared from the scene of the crime. But that's just conjecture! Oh? There was no other way out of that room. You were there. You should know it had a forehead. And there is no other vital piece of evidence. Evidence? What? Marks were found on the vent grill. Traces that had recently been opened. Wait, what? And something else was found quite clearly. The defendant, Machi Tobi's fingerprints. What? What?
Order! 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 Oh yeah, got it in.
Ha! That vent was the only way out of the room. The defendant's fingerprints were found on the grill. Well, Herr Forehead, what fairy tale does this suggest to you? Urgh! Only one could pass through the vent, that doorway to heaven. And that one is our Pixie. Why are you looking at me, Apollo? Hey, I was whooping it up in the audience. So this was his decisive evidence.
Quite decisive indeed. I believe that's enough of that. The prosecution has a rather convincing case. The only way in and out of the crime scene was watched, making the defendant the only one who could possibly leave the scene. Simple and decisive. Simple and clean. I believe we've heard enough to determine our verdict, and I got a hospital visit to get to. Any percent speedrun strats, you know how it is in this courtroom. Even if I wasn't in a hurry to make a hospital visit, I'm sure the Chief Justice will appreciate the gesture. Unfortunately, we have no direct witnesses. Fortunately, the criminal left decisive evidence for us. That will have to be enough. It can't be over already! Very well. I believe this trial is finished. If the defense has no contradicting evidence,
the prosecution has presented our proof clear and plain. If you have contradicting evidence, it better be clear and plain. Apollo, they've got us on the ropes already. We better come up with something quick. I know. Think, what can get us out of this? We need evidence or a witness that can prove Machi's innocent beyond a doubt. Without that...
Mr. Justice, you have contradicting proof that can overturn the prosecution's case. If you do, you'd better tell us about it now.
This is it, and so soon! If I mess this one up, it's all over! The court wants contradicting... I'm gonna save stages in case this is one of those you die in one hit type scenarios. Alright. Well, let's see, we got a gun. The gun could be pretty contradicting. The brooch could be pretty contradicting. The keys? No. None of this. They presented all of that. Could be the gun. I think we might call a witness, to be honest. Prosecutor Gavin, you claim there was no witnesses to this crime? Are you absolutely sure? Absolutely. I swear it on my career as a prosecutor. And on my million-seller hit song, Queen, My Love. I do not know how to say that word still. There he goes again. That's too bad, because there was a witness.
Oh, really now? Well, how did you come to possess the knowledge that prosecution clearly does not, huh?
Because I'm the only one in the world who knows this. Oh, yeah! Oh my god, his last words. What's going on? I just talked to him and now... He's alive! Mr. Latos, can you hear me?
Cold. So cold. Witness.
You're cold? Don't worry, you're gonna be fine. Help is on the way.
Can't see.
Hang in there, Mr. Latos. Tell me, who was the witness?
The witness is Siren. What? The victim said this before he died?
Perhaps he did, and perhaps he did not. What do you mean by that? All we know is what Herr Forehead says he said. It's no testimony, especially since it comes from the defense attorney himself. But it's the truth. He said it. I even told you about it, but apparently you ignored me completely. It's my policy to fully investigate everything I deem relevant. Clearly, this rookie lawyer thinks he can tell me how to do my job.
That's enough! Mr. Justice, we need clear, contradictory proof from you. This witness of yours, unknown to the prosecution, I hope you're right. Failure carries a stiff penalty. Perhaps a stiffer penalty than usual is called for?
Ugh, there's no backing out now.
Let's hear the name of the witness, Mr. Justice.
It's funny how Phoenix is still the first character on our profile list, even though we haven't seen him literally all fucking episode. That's fun. You're the siren.
Lemire?
Recall Mr. Lato's last words.
The witness is Siren. The Siren? Aha! He meant the Siren!
That's right, the siren of the ballad, Lumiere. I fucking hope I'm saying it right. Lumiere was on stage for the second set, and she had access to the backstage area. She could have been a witness.
I see. Well, Prosecutor Gavin?
My claim still stands. There was no witness to this crime.
You're crazy.
There was a window. Emma herself said while we were investigating that you can't fit through the window, but you can definitely witness the crime through the window.
Very well. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth then, shall we? We will now take a break from Detective Emma Sky's cross-examination. Please show Lemire to the witness stand.
Lemire would say nothing the night of the murder. Not today, though. Today we'll drag the story out of her no matter what it is. It is my distinct honor to welcome the siren of the ballad to our courtroom. You are too kind.
Ah, you can speak English.
Yes, I can. Though I am not very good. There is much I do not know.
You speak so well. Have you spent time here before?
Actually, I do not know how I came by my knowledge of your language, nor where I studied it. Huh? What does she mean? She doesn't know. I too thought to call her as a witness, but I did not. I had a reason, of course. What's that? Lemire suffered from amnesia.
Amnesia?
Lemire is not my true name. Yet I remember nothing of the time before I was given it. Nothing of the time before I started singing on stage. Whoa, she's even more mysterious than I thought. As lauded singer Lemire, she lives a good life. There are little difficulties for her, thanks to her success. Yet, I did not want to subject her to unnecessary stress.
I see. I care surprisingly little about people's past. You have nothing to fear in this court, Lemire.
Thank you. Yet there is something I do not understand. I'm being called as a witness? What might I say? No one will tell me anything of what happened. Lemire, let me be frank. I did not want to ask you here to testify. Yet that young gentleman with the wide forehead over there was adamant that you stand. Oh my. Congratulations, Apollo. You're the bad guy. Ugh.
Well, now that you're here, please give us your testimony. If nothing else, the sound of your voice is welcome. Tell us what you saw the night of the crime.
What I saw? As for what I saw nothing. That night I was invited to sing on stage, and this I did. I did not return backstage after the second set. That is when then I was led by the police to Mr. Gavin's dressing room, and I was told to wait there. That's where I learned that something had happened, but I wasn't told the details.
I must say, you sound wonderful just testifying.
I hope he was too distracted to hear what she was actually saying. There you have it. She saw nothing that night. Now we can only pray that the defense has the sense to admit defeat, and refrain from detaining her here any longer than need be. Wow, you just got batter, Apollo. Way to go!
Grr. Very well, Mr. Justice. Keep it short and sweet.
Lemire wouldn't talk to me the night of the crime. She must know something, and I've got to find out what.
It's so fun switching between all these voices on the fly, by the way. Like, I don't know. I always have fun with this. Banana, 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 gonna press you on that. I'm gonna press you on that.
You did not return backstage once? Where were you then? What were you doing?
I was cleaning up on stage. There are many things I must do for a performance other than simply sing.
And was Machi with you at the time?
Unfortunately, I do not know where he was.
So much for an alibi for Machi. Was Machi correct? How was he then?
He seemed as he always does. Though I believe he was shocked by the news of Mr. Lato's death. Yet, he's not the type to show much emotion.
Yes, he has given the police no end of headaches. He answered most questions with silence, and those glinting frames speaking nothing. The questioning hasn't gotten very far.
We sat there waiting. Then I was there when I learned of something that happened.
How was the incident explained to you?
I was told nothing in detail, only that Mr. Latos died.
Of course, investigations require some security.
But Mr. Latos was my manager. I wanted to know more. I should have been told. But Machi and I were beside ourselves with concern. Allow me to apologize, but please understand. Keeping you in the dock was as painful for me as it was for you. Yes, I understand.
Think, what doesn't ring true about her testimony?
It's hard to imagine Lemire lying.
She might not be lying, but she's hiding something.
What wouldn't she be telling me on the night of the murder? Something about the brooch? Not true. Okay, yep, I got it.
I'm sorry, Lemire, but I'm having trouble believing you. You remember this brooch? Do you not?
Why is that? Why, that's Lumière's. She was wearing it for her song.
Care to add that to the testimony, Prosecutor Gavin?
What?
This brooch was found after the murder took place, at the very scene of the crime.
What?
Lumière, how did your brooch get backstage if you did not go there yourself? And as Prosecutor Gavin has just told us, you had been wearing it during your performance that night.
What is the meaning of this? Lumière, please explain.
Lumière?
And she goes back to that. She says English is quite difficult. Oh, you understand, Clavier.
That trick's not gonna work here.
Your forehead may be larger, but you are a lawyer, truly. Oh, shit, no. I'm gonna try that again. Your forehead may be large, but you are a lawyer, truly. But you have missed one important fact.
What now?
In fact, at the time of the incident, I went backstage, but only for a moment.
What?
Think back to the moment of the crime. You know whereof I speak.
Did you really saying all that?
What's she talking about, Apollo?
Right when the incident occurred. Ah! Is she talking about that?
Watch this room for me. I have to call for backup.
Right, understood.
You want me to make sure no one comes in, right?
Mr. Latos, can you hear me?
That's when Team Falcon stepped in for literally a second.
Cold. So cold. Witness. You're cold? Then don't worry, you're gonna be fine. Help is on the way. How many times do I have to reread this line?
The witness is the siren.
Siren? How can a siren witness anything? Yikes! Emma! What was that? Who's there? What's wrong? Emma, did you see anyone just now? Huh? No. I could have sworn I heard a door close. I looked into the room. Just a glance, mind you. So this is when your brooch dropped? That explains that. That was pretty deep into the room, though. It does. There was no other time I could have dropped it. But that's ridiculous! You only looked in for an instant, but you dropped your brooch? Head forehead. She has raised a possibility. The only thing that can counter that is evidence.
So she looked in at the crime scene.
Actually, I intended to go into the dressing room. I knew nothing of what had happened, of course. But the moment I opened the door, I heard a horrible voice. Head forehead shouting, "Who's there?" No doubt. A horrible voice indeed. Ah! I closed the door immediately.
Well, that explains that brooch. Well, that explains the brooch. Let's return to your testimony.
That's too convenient. She's hiding something! Lumiere! You did look into the room, though, right? Yes. Testify as to what you saw. Very well, though with only the briefest of glimpses. Oh shit, the fucking, the bracelet's glowing now. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. Let me look at our animations. Replay that, yeah. Stop. Can I even see her hand? No, I can't. Is it your eyes? No. You seem fairly confident here. Watch your eyes. Oh, sorry, you guys lost audio for a second. Run it back. I don't know where I'm supposed to be perceiving. I'm watching her mouse. The problem is, I can't see her hand, so her hand doesn't have a nervous habit. Maybe in the other sprite? She seems fairly happy here. Part of me thinks it has to be one of these two lines, right? What did you see in that brief glimpse? I had only opened the door slightly when I heard that horrible voice.
And shut the door.
I have always wondered, head forehead, does that voice of yours lack a volume knob? It's my core of steel, man. Just back off. He said the same thing about Clavier's music. A wall? Was there a wall there? Is what in English? A division or a partition, I believe. It was a large dressing room divided into two halves. The murder took place inside the half. I guess that partition might have hidden the body. Is Machi correct? How was he then? Seemed like he always was. I believe he was shocked by the news of the death. Okay, whatever. Look at me in the eyes. You look me in the eyes and you tell me that right now. What the fuck? She's got no hand habits, dog. Ooh. Yet the bracelet's glowing. Oh. Her neck? Oh my god, she is gulping. What the fuck?
Gotcha!
The late Mr. Toad's body, you say? Yes? You know something more about Mr. Leto's death than you are saying. What? I can see you trying not to remember, but the effort made you swallow. You can't fool my eyes. Huh? It is true. It was so terrible, after all. Why did Mr. Leto's have to be shot? One moment, Lemire? Yes? What was it you just said? Why did Mr. Leto's have to be shot? Yes? She was hiding something, I knew it! Lemire, I'm afraid you haven't realized it, but your words just now contradict your testimony. Eh? How could that be? Take this! Lemire contradicted her testimony, and I have the evidence to prove it. It could be the time of death. Could be. The diagram is also very possible. How does she know? Yeah. If you do not misunderstand the meaning of contradiction, it is you who contradict, Mr. Justice. Huh? Your evidence is meaningless. Ah, wrong evidence! Gotta think this over. What did she say again? What is the evidence? Fucker. Fine, I'll take the hits. Oh, okay, it's neither of my three thoughts. Alright, this is gonna be the good old part where Gavin drops us. His special technique. My special lawyer technique. Good old save state. It's a pretty powerful technique. Only true lawyers can use that one. You learn it in law school, don't you know? God damn. You're a tough cookie. Motherfucker. I use the diagram. Oh. Oh, yeah, no, that makes sense. We haven't mentioned that he was shot in front of her yet. How would she know that? We haven't mentioned it. And that secrecy thingy Clavier made a sign or whatever is basically like, you can't tell her shit, head, forehead. And, you know, all that. Tell me, Lemire, how did you know he had been shot? Well, immediately following the incident, a gag order was placed on the scene. This is a document proving that. In your testimony, you told the court, no one told me anything about that incident. Furthermore, you testified that you had seen nothing. Yeah, you know that Mr. Latos had been shot. How could you have known? Yoke!
Lumiere! You aren't hiding something from this court, I hope!
The sweet song of hers was sounding a little too sweet. Now I remember. Please, allow me to add to my testimony. Of course. All we want to know is the truth. She looks kind of pale, huh? She saw something. I know it. Even the victim said so. I'll just in case right now. Gonna save state right now. Gonna save state right now. Yeah, okay. That leads us right to the diagram. Lumiere, the call belies the hardly becoming of such a creature. I couldn't even read the fucking first line of that.
I'll put down, worthy of our prosecutor, Mr. Justice.
Such put-downs are hardly becoming of you, Apollo. Start polishing your forehead and start polishing your character, yeah? Come on, can I be cool for once? Observe the diagram. Lumiere, you looked in from the door just for a moment. Correct? Yes, that is so. There were bullet holes in the room, yes? But they were in the wall. The door is on. Yeah. You see? Assuming you merely glanced into the room, you couldn't have seen those bullet holes. Yoke! She went out through the vent. She also vented. There was no way that Emma did not run into her on the way back. She had to vent.
Lumiere,
Yes?
I'm afraid the defense has raised a good point. It appears you've been holding back something.
And I must tell you what it is that I saw?
Yes. The happenings in this trial are being recorded, and I'm certain it'll be on the news in Borginia. You understand your reputation is at stake. It falls to you to avoid tarnishing it.
Personally speaking, I still believe that cross-examining her will yield us absolutely nothing. But she knew how Mr. Lato's died, and he named her witness. And he named her the witness. You must have seen something, Lumiere.
Very well. Lumiere, please continue your testimony.
Very well, I shall. What I saw, 2. I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. She saw some... It's a PNG! It's a PNG! They just fucking put her fucking... They just put her fucking character portrait in the window! There was something like a little window there. That's how I saw it. There were 2 shots. I couldn't do anything to stop it. But it wasn't Matchy. It was a grown person. I know it was.
So you did witness the crime, and the killer was a grown person, you say?
Fuck. This is my first time hitting this, I assure you. Nice play, Herr Forehead.
Very well, Herr, Mr. Justice, you may begin your cross-examination.
Great going, Apollo. You were right about Luminaire. What's wrong? You don't look too happy. This whole thing smells fishy. That's what's wrong. Huh? Well, the bracelet isn't glowing. Let me look at the hole. Oh, fuck. You know, the diagram again, dude. If the window is right there, the wall's blocking again. At least I think it is. She's lying. She's stretching and she's lying. I'm gonna try the diagram again. No fucking around. Yeah, well, that's why we save state. It's my hidden technique for a reason. There were 2 shots. I couldn't do anything to stop it. But it wasn't Matchy. How do you know that? It wasn't Matchy who shot. Are you sure? Yes, quite certain. Ha 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 ha! It amuses me that you would question our testimony. It is a testimony in your favor. Isn't it my job to object? Yeah, Paula, what were you thinking? Truthy, let's just listen to what Lumiere has to say. Can you tell me how you were so sure? Yes, of course, you see. A grown person? That's a little vague. I'm sorry. My skill with your language is lacking, I know.
Certainly you could at least see whether the shooter was male or female.
Was a man, a young man.
And you're sure of that?
Yes, his voice was quite clear. Voice?
Looking at this diagram, it seems the dressing room was quite cluttered. It does seem likely that you would have had a clear view of the shooter.
As a singer, I rely more on my ears than my eyes. When I hear a voice, I do not forget it. That voice was the voice of a man.
So you heard a voice, but wait. Couldn't that have been the victim, Mr. Latos?
Absolutely not. Did I not just say that I do not forget a voice? If it wasn't Mr. Latos who spoke, I would have known.
Indeed. So you were at the window, and you heard the shooter's voice, the voice of a young man.
Apollo, this is a good testimony. That proves it wasn't Machi.
Indeed. If this turns out to be true, it would cast this case in a considerably different light. What is the different opinion of the testimony? Well, what did I say? The difference? The defense's opinion. Jeez.
Though it pains me to say this, there's something about Lumiere's testimony that rings false.
Bravo, and forward! Oh man! You're colder than I thought!
I'm sure you remember what the problem is as well as I do, Gavin. As has been established, no grown man could pass through that air vent. You couldn't have fled the scene of the crime.
But that means Lumiere has to be lying.
I know, and it's bad for our case, but I can't shut my eyes to this. Believe me, the idea was tempting.
It is as Herr Forehead says. Yet, this is not the only contradiction within her testimony.
Well, what next? What is he talking about?
Lumiere, I understand why you wouldn't want to protect Machi. Yet remember, you are the siren of the ballad. In life, do not become such a creature. What did the prosecution mean?
Apollo, what's he talking about? How come no one bats an eye when he says stuff like that?
I recall the state of the crime scene quite well.
The state of the room?
Yes, and when the murder took place, that window was closed, and that's a that's a weird fucking, like, they just literally put a portrait there, dude.
I find it hard to believe you could hear a voice through it.
What? But I'm sure.
Lumiere, I have nothing but the highest regard for your musical sense, but my opinion of you as a witness is somewhat lesser. But she's the only eyewitness we have. So you say. And the victim named her the siren as the witness. That's right. That's what Mr. Latos said. We heard your claim. We even entertained the possibility, and it brought us to this. Herr Judge.
Yes?
The prosecution requests that the witness be excused. Please.
I'm afraid I must honor the prosecution's request. There is indeed a question of the witness's credibility.
But if Lumiere can't testify, then we don't have a chance of proving Machi's innocence.
This cross-examination's over. Prosecutor Gavin, you may continue making your case.
Thank you.
Now, where were we? Yes, I would like to hear from fraudulent detective again.
Wait, let me hear Lumiere's testimony one last time.
But the cross-examination's already over. Until such a time as a need arises, this witness may leave the stand.
I'm sorry I cannot be of more assistance.
Holy fuck. Whoa. Just took a nice swig of water after all that. Alas, back to the real trial. Ready, Herr Forehead?
Grr, I hope I didn't just miss my only chance.
Fraudulent detective, how far had we got until we were rudely interrupted?
Don't ask me.
I dislike saying the same thing twice. And I never repeat a song for an encore. If you would, Miss Guy.
I believe I was saying that the only way Mr. Lato's killer could have escaped was through that air vent on the ceiling.
Oh yes, there was only one door in the room. Yeah. I had a witness. You was standing in front of it?
The air vent isn't very big, you see. It kind of limits the people who could possibly get through.
I certainly would have a difficult time.
You sure would. Nah, not that you would have been in there in the first place, though. Remember, the whole backstage area was off limits to people not involved with the concert. The only one who meets the condition for a killer is a defendant.
At Virtual's performance, I could not have put it better myself. She does state a clear case. Though reading the report, something caught my eye.
Oh? What's that?
The circumstances of the defendant's arrest.
Circumstances? Again? Hey, that's right, Apollo. Remember when we found Machi? That was bizarre. She's right. Why did Mr. Lato's body disappear from the room and end up on top of that stage tower? Holding a guitar, no less.
A perceptive observation, Herr Judge. Thanks. It was kind of an accident, really. But you work in this job long enough, you get a nose for things.
The judge sure seemed pleased with himself.
Very good, fraudulent detective. Perhaps you can tie it all together for us. Why was the body moved? And how does that lead us to the killer?
The missing body.
Fucking Allegro, let's go.
I believe Machi stole the body because of some lyrics. He moved the body to match Lemierre's song. No one in the country had a motive to kill the victim. And Machi practically left his signature at the scene. All of this evidence clearly points to the defendant.
Holy fuck, that is short.
Lemierre's song?
Yes, the guitar serenade.
You noticed its code too, did you not? Its code?
All the events that day followed the lyrics to our song.
First, the keys my heart held onto so tightly were stolen. Then Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burst into flames on the stage. Mr. Lato's life was taken by a bullet. The rest hardly needs explanation. Guitar to guitar, up together to the sky.
That's mad! It's like a story out of some fairy tale.
I admit, I'd forgotten about the song. But there it is now, waiting for me. The grand finale, as it were. Hey, you know, I was the one who first noticed that.
I've heard of jumping rope to songs and counting to songs. But killing?
It's a wild world out there, Herr Judge.
Very well. We've heard one song and dance. Let's get on to the next. Let's get on to the next. The cross-examination.
I'm not so sure I'm gonna be doing so much singing. Special technique! Save state! But Mr. Leto spoke English. He may have come to this country. He may have come to this country before. I looked into that, I assure you. Oh? It was his first time in the country, it seems. Apparently, he learned English on his own. Great. You see? No one here had a motive to kill him, and certainly not in an elaborate fashion.
It does seem difficult to imagine.
Unless our famous prosecutor did it as a publicity stunt. What did you say?
Prosecutor Gavin, you did this to promote your song? Let's talk about a fucking self-promo.
Of course not. I'm quite dismayed by the ludicrous nature of her claim. Why would I need promotion? Everyone already listens to my music. They're even in my textbooks at school. And I've never heard of them. What does that say about me? I was just kidding. Don't get all worked up, Glimmer Boy.
I'm sorry, I love this song. Machi practically left his signature at the scene. What do you mean by a signature? The bullet holes in the wall, of course. The bullet holes! The revolver was fired twice. One shot missed and it left a hole in the wall.
And that means what, exactly?
The dressing room isn't exactly spacious. Picture the shooter facing off with the victim in there. They can't have been more than 5 feet apart. It would be difficult, almost impossible to miss at that range. But she's gonna say because he's blind.
Difficult to miss, you say?
Very. Assuming the shooter could properly aim. No, you can't be serious. What the fuck? Machi, he can't see. That's why he missed? Okay, here's my argument. You couldn't have hit him if he's blind. There, counter argument. Boom. You got some good RNG for that? He would have to, like, dislocate his fucking shoulder twice to do that, because apparently that's just how powerful that gun is. It's the only explanation that makes sense. Use the sounds and other senses to fire the gun. Poorly. That reminds me, the monitor in that room was blaring at the time, yeah? Hardly ideal condition for the tracking by sound. And yet he got very lucky by hitting on the second try. Very lucky.
A blind shooter. No wonder he missed.
I knew those bullet holes would come back to haunt me. Think, Justice. What do I do now? Yeah, no, raise an objection. Sure, there were bullet holes left in the wall. But that doesn't prove the shooter couldn't see. Oh, how so? Well, there could have been a struggle with the victim.
That's certainly a possibility.
And it might have been the revolver's fault. Thank you, Apollo.
The revolver?
The revolver with a very large caliber, correct?
If the shooter wasn't used to firing at such a large weapon, why, it could dislocate their shoulder.
Exactly. The defendant, Machitobi, is, as you can see, tiny. He's a little guy. It's not hard to picture him firing the gun and missing entirely. The kickback alone would have thrown off his aim.
A convincing argument, to be sure.
Haha, take that, smug prosecution. Apollo. Huh? What? That bit about Machi being tiny. And the gun throwing off his aim. Alright. Aren't you kind of, admitting that he did it? Is because, alright, that would imply he missed once, and then he was able to climb into the vent. But how would he know where the vent was? He's a blind guy! Look, dude had, okay, even in context, right? Dude would have a dislocated shoulder, twice maybe, right? Fucking, like, he's blind. Emma and Apollo are standing right outside. They charge into the room. Bam! This motherfucker is not getting his ass over to the ladder, which, mind you, other side of the room, right next to the door, where we're about to enter, he isn't climbing with his dislocated shoulder while blind, opening up the vent, and getting the fuck out. I don't think he's doing that. I don't think he's doing that. I'm sorry. Oh. It does not matter why he missed. What matters is that the shooter was, without a doubt, the defendant. Jesus Christ. Even the defense seems to agree on that point. Yuck! Ugh! Christ! You really put my foot in it this time. Well, let's get the facts of the matter on the record. If you would, fraudulent detective.
Very well. The witness will add this to her testimony.
Right. Well, just in case, I'm going to use my superpowers. You know, my lawyer's superpower, called safe stating. It's a pretty good power. From the state of the crime scene, I conclude the shooter was blind. Okay, how the fuck is he getting out? Before we even get in the room, then. I gotta know. This is crazy. This is kangaroo court, I say. The shooter was blind? What am I... How about the diagram? I doubt it's gonna go for what I want to go for. But hey, there's a chance. There's a diagram. Whatever. Keyring, whatever. Mixing board, who cares? Broche. Revolver. Maybe. Nope. Nope. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Can this kid even read English? Like, it was straight up said this man does not speak English at all. He can't even speak English! How can he go by the murder plan on the lyric sheet? What? I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my marbles. Diagram. I thought it would be the latter. That's crazy. Save state, load state. Superpowers. Fuck. Crime photo. No. From the state of the scene of the crime, the shooter was blind. Really now? Really? I mean, there's nothing that says otherwise in there, but that's fucking, like, weird, you know? I don't know. The autopsy report? The ring? I don't know about that. It's so weird. Why? It is the crime photo. Oh my goodness. The prosecution hold that the shooter couldn't see? A scientific conclusion based on a thorough examination of the crime scene? Yes. Apparently not thorough enough. I have a certain piece of evidence that completely overturns your claim. What? That is the evidence!
The photograph of the crime scene?
I don't care much for the smirk on Prosecutor Gavin's face, but this is no time to think twice. Time to press on. Yes, Your Honor, the crime scene. There is something in here that... Gavin, come on. Decisively contradicts the prosecution's point. Gosh, I'm losing my mind. Then perhaps you'd best show us this something. Get your finger out of the breathe and put it to good use, yeah?
Very well. Show us what you're talking about, Mr. Justice.
Fuck. Oh. Oh. Present. Okay, it could be that he's holding the keys. Or something to do with this. We could only, like, examine two things and we... The contradictions are right here! The smeared bloodstains!
Thought it was just my blurry vision, but it really was blurry. The way the victim's hand is raised above his head. Much like a gesture I've seen many times in this court.
It's almost as if he wrote something. Oh man, but the whole writing cliche, wasn't that like something we made fun of back in the first game? Like, it was like, there's no way he could have, like, Mia would have written Maya's name on the fucking note. That was something like we made fun of since like the second case of the first game, dog. Come on. And even in like Rise from the Ashes, now that I'm thinking about it, right? Yeah, actually, yeah. Emma, what's going on? Whatever. I get it. At least I think I get it. Gee, get what, Fraudlin? Well, when Mr. Latos was shot, he tried to write something. And what
what would he write but the shooter's name? And what would he write in it but his own blood? Pretty good, huh? Thanks for making my point for me. Yes, in fact, that's what I think happened here.
That does seem to be a distinct possibility.
The victim wrote the killer's name? It's certainly a logical conclusion. Try, I just wish it wasn't all rubbed out like that.
Of course it's rubbed out. Why, if I were a killer, I certainly wouldn't want to leave my own name behind.
But it's the fact that if it was him, right? He wouldn't be able to see that he's writing something, you know? He would just stop him immediately. Double tap, triple tap, you know? Just make it so that he wouldn't be able to write the name. But he didn't... Wait a minute. Am I making... Wait. Hang on. Let's keep going.
I certainly wouldn't want to leave my own name behind.
Neither would I. Uh-oh. Yep, no one has anything else to say?
About what?
So the prosecution accepts this. You agree this was the victim making an attempt to record the name of the killer. And that the killer tried to rub the name out. Oh, that's why it's blurry though. Never mind. Okay, I get it. What's your point? What's my point? Let me ask you this. How did the killer know the victim was writing their name? Well, Mr. Latos was writing something in blood. Once the killer saw that, it was... Wait a minute. What? Now I know that might sound bad.
Once he saw what it was.
But what did you just testify about the shooter? I said they were blind. Oh my gosh! Yet the crime scene itself contradicts that. The killer had to have been able to see. And why would they rub out the name in blood otherwise? May I remind the court that the defendant Machitobi is blind. He couldn't have been the shooter. Impossible!
Order. Prosecutor Gavin, please explain to me what all this means. I mean, looking at this photo, it seems quite clear that the shooter could see. Yet, up until now...
It seems I owe the court an apology. The Gaviniers are a band with a law enforcement ties, yet the murder occurred during our concert. Apparently, this caused some confusion over jurisdiction. As a result, some reports were not filed in an entirely timely manner. I'm not sure I like the vibe I'm getting here. Hey Apollo, look at him. Why is Prosecutor Gavin all relaxed and smiling like that? Like he knows something we don't, and he's about to tell us and like ruin our entire case? I've got an idea. Let's rock! With these documents, but before that, I have a question for the fraudulent detective, if I may. What? Tell me, why do you think that Machitobi is blind? Because he's blind. He's a blind kid. Come on. Huh? Oh my god. What did he say? What are you saying? Of course he's blind. Of course?
How many fingers are we holding up?
He's the blind pianist, right? So he's... Doesn't Lemire lead him around by the hand all the time? No way. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? I have a report here on the defendant, Makitobi. According to this, Makitobi can see perfectly well. It's all a gimmick. Ha 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 ha. What? His blindness was merely a publicity ploy by those clever Borganese. He can see quite well. But you said... What did I say exactly? Head for head, not once in the course of this trial have I claimed the defendant was blind. The only one who did that was fraudulent detective. But that's a significant fact, yes. Consider Makitobi thief. And he was the only one who could have fled through the Advent. I see no problems with this. But what about the bullet holes in the wall? Excuse me. Yes, the bullet holes. I believe Head 4 had neatly explained those for us. He didn't miss because he couldn't see. It was the kickback from the 45 caliber revolver. A simple accident, in other words. Ack! How's that? I'm afraid your objection has just flown off your brighter skies. Urk! This is where the real fun begins, Head Forehead. Yarr! I knew you didn't have what it took. You jerk! Just what was I in here for? Comic relief? Yeah, apologize. Oh, sorry. That's no way to apologize. He's angered now. He's angered the truthy now. Look out.
If we could please end the bickering now.
Whatever, I'm not leaving. I can't leave like this. I'll come up with some clue to solving this case if it kills me.
Well, your testimony is already given enough to convict the defendant.
Don't say that. What? The bloodstain. The criminal tried to wipe it off, right? That seems to be what happened, yes. We might be able to find out what really was written here. Huh? Really? You can do that? That's right. With this. It's called luminol. Okay, yeah, we're doing this again, like from Rise from the Ashes. It's all coming back, baby. Maybe you know of it? It's a chemical that reacts to blood. Ah, yes, we've done those tests. Have we done those tests yet? Ha! As if I'm gonna tell you. The blood stain's covering a section of the carpet. In order to perform blood tests, the section was removed and submitted. Perhaps we should request it here in court now? Right, go for it, Apollo. Huh? I have to do the test? You have to spray the luminol on it. Simple. A chemical that reacts to blood. I've heard of this somewhere. Rise from the Ashes.
Yes, I believe an analysis is called for. Have at it. Minigames.
Right, ready? It's easy as pie. Just touch the screen to spray the area. Here, give it a try. The eyes of the entire court are focused on me. Apollo, your hands are shaking. Grah, let's just do this. What the fuck is a code? Wow, it really works. This must be the power of science. It says IPXX 3114-206? Is that the killer's name?
Maybe it is. If the killer was a robot.
Haha, I have it! So what is it? I thought those letters IPXX looked familiar. This is an Interpol ID number. Interpol? You mean the International Police Agency? Yes, most are undercover agents working to solve international crimes. But why would he write that number?
Oh, shit. Hang on. You.
It doesn't say he's Interpol, but you're the only other detective I know here. And you are in contact with the Borgonese or whatever.
Hang on a minute.
Our suspect list is pretty small, so I'm gonna go with it. But why would he write that number? Why would Mr. Littell's even know a number like that? Good show, fraudulent detective. Rock on. Eh? Your Honor, we can verify this number immediately. Guardian, are you there? Come to the... Oh, fuck! Come to the witness stand. Guardian, you heard what we need. Go check into this Interpol ID number.
Sure thing. Give me 30 minutes. No, give me 27. I'm not sure what to think of all this. The prosecution's case is airtight, or so it seems. Yeah, if this number really is that of an Interpol agent...
Oh, wait. I know. What if Machitobi's really an undercover Interpol agent?
That would be a possibility. Possibility? Yes, what the fuck? And one that would mark him as the killer for certain.
Why do little toes know an Interpol ID number? That's what I want to know. Well, we have some time while we await Dottian's report. Let's work on unraveling another mystery, shall we? A curious mystery concerning Machitobi. What are you talking about?
Fraudulent detective, please accept my apologies. I received word that the defendant could, in fact, see, just before the trial began. It seemed too much of a bother to tell you.
You had me until that last bit.
Does this not raise a straightforward question?
Well, sure. Why did Machi pretend he couldn't see?
Exactly. It makes a little sense.
What do you think, head forehead?
Huh? Me?
Machitobi pretended he was blind.
Do you know why?
Performing. How could he know? Wait, Prosecutor Gavin knows why, doesn't he? He's been known from the start of the trial. He's been leading us on the whole time.
Something wrong? Do you think perhaps this is all some kind of game? Know that the moment I heard that report, I knew why. I suppose people who have sold over 1 million records really are something else.
What did that have to do with anything? There was a reason why Machitobi pretended to be blind. But it wasn't for his own sake. Getting the picture now? It wasn't for himself?
Well, Mr. Justice, can you present evidence that shows us why the defendant had a feigned blindness?
I assume I have to show him evidence. Machi had no reason to pretend he couldn't see. Which means, no, it couldn't be. Good show, Hair Forehead. It seems you thought of something. Why can't I figure these out on my own? I hate having to take my cues from this guy. Very well, look at this. The power of fucking save stating. The lyrics.
What? What is that supposed to mean? I don't see how it relates to the defendant's vision or lack thereof. Waka waka, okay. We'll run it back.
Is it the postcard? Maybe. Is it... I don't know. It could be the postcard. Oh, it is a postcard, yeah.
That is Lumiere.
Okay, so in the other Ace Attorney games, like 2 and 3, that would have been a moment where you would just have to present her profile. But since we can't present profiles as evidence in Apollo Justice, we had to present a postcard of her instead. That's all. Lumiere and Machitobi. Recall their relationship. In particular, their unique arrangement over the years before visiting our country. Lumiere and her pianist. They would always walk together, she leading him by the hand. Even when they got on stage, she would lead him to the piano. She would walk all the way over there with him. That's right, because he was blind. She led him at all times, never letting him go.
All times?
Yet we have learned something that makes their arrangement peculiar indeed. Machi could see. Why do they have to keep this act up the whole time?
Well, wasn't it part of their, performance?
I think there's a simpler explanation. Machi did not need to be led by the hand at all. That can only mean one thing.
Really?
Really. It was all the other way around.
Oh my god. I didn't even think about that.
The one who needed to be led by the hand was Lumiere.
Well, who is this? So you mean to say that Lumiere is... Jeez.
Yes, Your Honor. Lumiere is blind.
What?
I didn't see that coming.
Order! Order! This is crazy, Prosecutor Gavin!
It is now? Is it now?
Please shed some sanity on this madness. The defense has made an outrageous claim.
The only thing outrageous I see about the defense is his vast forehead. Yet I see it is not vast in vain this time.
He's quite correct. But that makes no sense.
Yeah, wasn't she supposed to be in the landscape painter in sound or something? Well, since we have her here, oh, why not ask Lumiere herself? I believe she is still in the witness waiting room. Apollo, what does this mean for our case? It was I, Manfred von Karma, who committed the murder. The great von Karma strikes again. Welcome in. It was I, von Karma, to the chat. You know, to be fair, there was a shooting in the shoulder, so it could be you. You know, I wouldn't put it past you. Don't ask me. I had no idea she couldn't see till like 5 seconds ago. I hadn't even imagined it. Yeah, I'm on the same page, Apollo. I really am. Welcome in. It was I, Von Karma.
Bailiff, bring in Lumiere. Or however you say the name.
Lumiere, it pains me deeply to call you before us again in this way, and yet I must. Please, do not be concerned on my behalf. Those eyes. She really can't see. Really. It is true. How funny it is that a tiny light born in the Borginian countryside would one day grow to entangle the entire world.
So you are... Yes.
I said that in the judge voice. Yes, as I mentioned before, I have no memory of the time before I became Lumiere. Know too that my memories begin in darkness. The word light has no meaning for Lumiere. God, this is some Kingdom Hearts shit, dude.
I see. You may
Wrong voice. You may recall me saying something towards the beginning of this trial, Head Fullhead. Huh? What's that? I believe I said it was unfortunate this crime had no direct witnesses. You sly fox! Ah! Now, Lumiere, I must ask you to stand once more. Will you testify to the court about your eyes? Of course. It was never my intent to deceive any of you. May I begin, Your Honor?
Yeah, of course. Oh, I admit, I'm a little lost here.
I think we're all a bit lost here, Your Honor. Her eyes. I have no memory of the light. I debuted in a world of darkness and sound. My producer came up with a PR line before he knew this. So, silly as it may sound, I had to pretend I could see. Everyone on my staff knew, of course, but no others.
But this is a murder trial!
I apologize. It was part of my contract, you see? It was to keep my blindness a secret no matter what. Music is everywhere for me. I never imagined something like this would. She told us the truth in the beginning, when she said she saw nothing.
Very well. Does the defense have anything to add?
I'd like to cross-examine. What is there left to ask? There was one thing in her testimony that bothered me. Perhaps it's best we let you get it out of your system. Someday you'll come to understand the importance of thinking for yourself.
Very well. The defense may proceed. However, be aware this court will not tolerate any questions deemed too stressful to the witness.
Okay. There's only one part that bothered me. Just let me ask about that, and I'll be happy. The power of save stating. There's been a world of darkness and sound. My producer came up with a PR line. about the brooch? Or the window, or the diagram, or literally anything. Can I press, or am I gonna get fucked? Well, that's to protect your image as a landscape painter and sound? That does not matter so much to me, really. But the label's quite concerned about it, I think. A landscape painter who can't see. It's like a pianist who can't play, huh? I'm not sure you can compare your father to Lumiere. The world of commercial music is filled with these little white lies. Nothing is sacred when it comes to publicity. Okay, so I can press and not die. That's good. Perhaps your music reminded him of Borginian scenery? No, it was quite the opposite. The opposite? According to my producer, my music has a certain global quality. Global? Multicultural, if you will. Hard to pin to one region. When people listen to it, they picture the country closest to their hearts. Which is why my music has reached so many. What a lovely story. It sounds like this producer might have known what he was doing after all. My songs are nothing more than a white canvas. To me, the real landscape painters are the listeners. When I think of that, I do not mind how much I represented the world so much. Yet one thing quickly led to another. It might be the last line. Everyone on my staff knew. Knew about what, though? Okay. So my thoughts are between diagram, the brooch, or maybe the lyrics. When you say your staff, do you include Mr. Latos? Of course, he was my manager. So he knew. And that's what's been bugging me. Something the matter, Mr. Justice?
I believe I know what is bothering our young defense attorney. You are thinking of when you discovered the body, yes? Is he right, Apollo? Yes, I was. He's alive! How many times have the fucking voices seen? Mr. Latos, can you hear me?
Cold. So cold. Witness.
You're cold? Don't worry, you're gonna be fine. Help is on the way.
Can't see. Hang in there, Mr. Latos. Tell me who was the witness. The witness is Siren. Yeah, okay.
Mr. Latos told me to ask the witness, and he named you. Why would he do that? He knew you were blind. I don't know. What did I just say? You need to learn to think for yourself. Meaning what? There is no mystery here if you recalled everything she said. Think of his last words once more.
The witness, Siren. We've heard that many times, along with a little play acting by our defense. I've had to play that line so many times.
I don't remember them myself, but that statement is not what I refer. I mean, what he said before that. Before? What came before that? That's right. He tried to tell you. When he said can't see, he wasn't talking about himself. He was talking about the witness.
I see.
Ha. Too bad the defense did not. Well, head forehead. Try relaxing and looking at the facts first next time. Ark!
Order, order. Only two.
Recall Lemmia's earlier testimony. I was on my way back from the stage to the backstage exit. There were 2 shots. I couldn't do anything to stop it.
But she couldn't have heard those gunshots. I thought we proved that.
That is not the most important point there. Here? The moment he was shot, Mr. Latos witnessed her through that window. Why else would he have named her as the witness? But I really did hear them. 2 gunshots, and the man's voice. Unfortunately, such a thing was impossible. The window was closed. We have already run a simulation, of course. But it was so clear. If I heard that voice again, I would know it in an instant.
Your Honor. What is it, bailiff? Can't you see we're in a session here? We have the results back from the investigation. The investigation?
The Interpol number that Mr. Latos left us.
Well, let's hear it. We will continue this cross-examination afterward. Detective Crescent, your report, please.
I asked Interpol about that number. I'm sure you'll find their answer intriguing. Quite quick work as always, Dadian.
Well, tell us about the number. Is it offended a secret agent?
IPXX314206. The agent registered under this number was Romain Latouche. He was an agent? What? Our undercover Interpol agent was Mr. Latouche himself. He was apparently in the middle of an operation. So when he wrote those letters, he was trying to tell us his own identity. And a cautious killer tried to wipe them away. Mr. Latouche was an undercover Interpol agent. So him being Lemire's manager was just a cover, most likely. There's one other important detail I found. Out with it. It concerned that 40 caliber revolver, the murder weapon. Apparently it belonged to Romain Latouche. He had an Interpol permit to carry firearms, and the registration number on the revolver matched. So the victim was killed with his own weapon, which makes sense. It's hard to imagine someone who was an Interpol agent with such a large revolver. So the victim was an Interpol agent on an undercover op. I wonder how that ties into everything. It's gotta tie in somehow, you think. Yeah, somehow.
Thanks for looking into that for us, Detective Crescent. It's a great help.
Oh, no problem at all, Your Honor. I'll be heading now. Oh, fuck. I knew it! Hold it! Wait!
Lemire, is something the matter?
That voice just now.
Dadian?
Mr. Darian, was it? It was him. I'm sure of it.
It was him?
You aren't saying! That voice I heard, talking to Mr. Latouche, when I heard that the gunshots fired. It was him. It was Mr. Darian. Is this some kind of a joke? What?
No way.
The courtroom fell into such a chaotic state, the trial had to be suspended temporarily. I'd never seen that happen before. Of course, it's not every day that you get an accusation like that one. Lumiere, fingering Darian Crescent. Not only is he a guitarist, he's a detective. Could it really have been his voice Lumiere heard? Things were changing fast, and frankly, I wasn't sure I could keep up with it. Hey, no whipping out now, Apollo! To be continued. What a crazy fucking case. But I'm gonna call it here for now. I like the idea of splitting these cases up into at least like 2 parts. I don't know if we're halfway through it now. I'm sure we are. I'm sure it's only like 2 investigation days and 2 court days. So next time on Apollo Justice Ace Attorney, we'll cover investigation day 2 and court day 2, and hopefully wrap up case 3 as a whole. Because, you know, my voice and everything is getting late and all that jazz. So, with all of that said,
I hope you guys and gals enjoyed tonight's stream. If you did, make sure to drop a follow if you're new. Fuck, I'll throw on some music. Nope, that did not throw on music. Damn. Oh, well. Well, you know, drop a follow if you're new for more Ace Attorney. Check out all of these social links I'm about to drop right here. Doom, boom, boom. Shout out to all the G supporters right now. And check out the VODs channel as well. To get caught up on Apollo if you haven't already. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Meister out.